Hello and welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden here on Dork Tales. How's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Very good.
Very good. All right. Christine, you're okay?
Yes, I said pretty good.
Okay, you got drowned out, so I was just checking. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rime of the Frostmaiden. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly. I use he and him, and I am happy to be here tonight because we are finally getting to the frozen meat sickle of this chronicle, where we are descending on Oral, the Frostmaiden. For those of you tuning in for the first time, this is Rime of the Frostmaiden, a Wizards of the Coast module that is set in the lands of Icewind Dale, where the magical frost of Oral, the Frostmaiden, has plunged this land into never-ending winter for the past 3 years. Our characters are a motley crew of adventurers who have assembled themselves through fate and friendship and are slowly working to dethrone this ice goddess. I almost said something else. Dethrone this ice goddess from her place and restore, justice, balance, and spring to the lands. So before we begin, why don't we go ahead and say hi to everybody? Let's just go in order tonight. We'll do a big circle. Hello, Christine.
Hello, I am Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Callie. Callie Thornhill, our halfling druid. Yeah, she's adorably wonderful. And ready to kick some ass.
Ready to kick some ass? All right.
Yeah.
Hello, Hayden.
Hello! Hi guys, I'm Hayden Daviau. I'm playing Lysithian Callisto, the Moon Elf Wizard. I use they, them pronouns, and so does Lysithian, so that makes it very easy.
Right. Speaking of easy, hi, Mike.
Hey everyone, my name is Mike. I use they them pronouns, and tonight I am playing Katerina Firestring. She is our enigmatic human bard.
It is true. It is true. Enigmatic. That's a synonym for something, I'm sure. And finally, hi, Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I don't know why I do these so awkwardly every time. I go by she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Vistra, Dankil, rimeofthefrostmaiden.
All right.
So, quick question. Speaking of determination, does anybody not have it at the moment? Mike or Hayden?
Don't think I do?
You do now.
Okay.
You do.
I do.
It which just redeemed it for me, but I do still have mine from last session, so I can't have two sitting there.
All right, so that's going to go over to Lysithian. All of you are going to start with a point of determination. For those of you tuning in for the first time, determination basically is just a proficiency bonus that our chat is allowed to purchase with their channel points. Also, everyone is going to get a point of inspiration, and I am starting with 2 Hurt Them Mores, which are basically DM inspirations, because sometimes I need to be an inspired monster.
And also, so people are aware, if you haven't noticed it yet, in the channel points options, there's a new one where you can buy something good to happen.
What's it called?
I think it was like something good happens.
Something good happens.
Like literally what I just said.
That was the joke. But so yeah, someone was saying like, "Oh, you've got so many Hurt Them Mores. Can we do like a Hurt Them Less?" I'm like, I can do something good happens. Which is specifically something good happens. It doesn't have to be anything. I think it charges 3 times as much as everything else. But
yeah, it's like 6,000 points.
6,000 for like, you find a penny. Aw. Good for you. Something good happens. Copper is expensive.
It is. That's why we don't have it anymore in Canada.
This is in Canada. This is Icewind Dale, which is kind of like true. Canada.
Canada Dale.
Canada? We have one of those.
Canada.
We have Canada Dale. He was in that episode of Demon we ran. Canada Dale. Okay.
That's, yeah. Fair.
It's true. I thought it was fun. All right, so...
I would say it's before my time, so I did not... I'm like, okay, cool.
It was like a month before your time, but yeah, it's one of my best friends.
Oh.
All right, so it's a very clean penny. It's been scrubbed by the snow. Any announcements or news before we begin game tonight?
You're all really pretty.
I mean, we did
Yeah.
cool shit yesterday.
Yes, we raised
true.
a shite ton of money.
So
How much
yesterday,
did you guys end up raging?
well,
Raising,
so
not raging.
here's
Raging.
So here's a brief story.
Rage.
We raged that money.
We raged it. We did. So yesterday we had a charity fundraiser for WAVA, which is a Vancouver Rape Crisis Center. We were one of 28 streams, and the organizer, Shar from Tabletop Titties, who is a fantastic person and the kind of the digital outreach person for WAVA, had been talking to her employers, and they were kind of unsure whether or not streaming would actually be a good way to raise charity funds. So they kind of tentatively like gave her a license to go out and raise some money, with the expectation that we would raise combined $10,000 US. Combined, I'm not sure if this is US or Canadian. I think it might be Canadian funds, but combined, all of us together raised $26,000 for survivors of sexualized violence.
That is a lot of assistance to people.
It
Yep.
So they were 250 hours of counseling backlogged because of funding. According to the math I did today, that is more than 400 hours of counseling that this buys. Oh, just counseling,
Wow.
just 400 hours. Like it's super good. Our stream did incredibly well. We raised $1,050 US and 22 cents, which turns into about $1,350 Canadian, which is a huge amount. Like that's for a single
incredible.
stream. Yeah, it was one day, Hayden. Like that's all we did. Like it was ridiculous. So I just wanted to say thank you everybody who came out and who supported that. And also, I just noticed Ravnos Archon's in the chat. Ravnos, thank you for having me over for that game on Saturday. It was a lot of fun to get back into Mage, and I hope that my Russian wasn't too Russian. He was very Russian. He was great. Okay. And then, anybody else have anything to say besides those awesome stuff we did?
No.
No? Okay. Hayden, you're a little quiet still. Can I ask you to bump up just a tiny bit?
Yeah, I was just talking quiet.
Oh, okay. And then we have
I
to
had
do...
myself turn pretty far down because I was recording other stuff earlier.
That's fair. All right. So we have to do the do with Bunthulu. Don't ask. Just don't ask.
Thulu.
Oh, Bunthulu.
Just go watch yesterday's game.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Enough said.
Enough said.
That was chaotic.
Yeah.
All right. So, folks, we are going to head back into Icewind Dale right now. And let's kick it off with a little bit of music. And go ahead and reconnect to the sound pad, because I think it disconnected everybody from lack of input.
I have it at a main thing, which I think is wrong. I will click the link again.
Please. I will... Here, tell you what. I'll just start the broadcast again. I will start it, and then it will be started. There we go. All right, so anybody wants to listen to the sound effects, go ahead.
Cool beans.
Sound effects loading.
Do, 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 do.
Okay.
Ooh, wind.
I know, right? So should
You
be
are
able to-
connected.
Spooky.
The trip takes about 3 days. It's relaxing and somewhat mystifying as you hurtle ever northwest on the back of Angajuk. You see the sights beneath the waves. Pods of orcas, huge whales, dolphins by the pod swim by you. They watch you, and sometimes, if you are feeling adventurous enough, might even play with you. Motes of light shot through the barrier, balls tossed. Valen will actually hand you a small skull of some animal out of her pack if you want to play ball with them. Of course, they can't pass it back through the barrier, but that doesn't mean that you can't bounce it off the edge. As you make your way that way, toward the Isle of Solstice, Angajuk will continuously. Wow, that is a hell of a muffler. Sorry. Someone needs to get their car repaired. Will transport you, giving low, deep tour guide responses as you pass. And over here you will see a natural steam vent, volcanically pressurized. This raises the ambient ocean temperature to 200 degrees Celsius inside of a radius of 4 meters. Would you like to see closer?
I would, if that's
Yeah. It's like an underwater hot tub.
Yes. As you can see, the seals avoid this area, but dolphins enjoy the heat. You can actually see there is a pod of dolphins kind of swimming about 10 meters outside of it, kind of almost like cats sunning themselves on a lawn. Very comfortable. And as Angajuk gets nearby, the ambient temperature inside of the bubble is actually going to increase slightly. And you'll actually feel a little bit of a sweat kind of rock right down the small of your back. Start to collect there just from the temperature change in your cold weather clothing. Especially, actually, Vistra. You are particularly overheated.
Warm? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Like, you're going to notice a little drop of sweat work its way down between your eyebrows, down the tip of Vistra's, like, kind of jagged nose, and just kind of hang off of that tip like an icicle for a moment before ing onto the ground of the boat.
Oh, it's oh yeah, this is great. It's warm, guys.
Everything all right in there?
I'm just a bit hot. Not used to this.
Fair. Onward and upward, I always say. And he begins taking you further along. As he does, he stays submerged for the majority of the trip, showing you what the frigid depths are like. You'll see dozens of things that you never would have thought possible before. Buried in the depths, you see skeletons, the size of Angajuk, some larger, some humanoid and larger. What looks like a 3-eyed storm giant, at least 24 feet tall, lays in the ground, clutching what could be a spear or a fallen tree. Whatever it is, the metal has become so corroded and rusted that it is almost indiscernible from the ocean floor, the barnacles clinging to every rock surface. But even that, those of you who grew up around ships, barnacles. The barnacles up here are furred. Like moss, but this thick coating of hair wraps around these stones, so that in places it looks like the undersea garden here is made of small, fuzzy animals like hamsters or mice crowding together in the darkness. He then takes you past strange ruins, explaining as he goes, "These are the ruins of a place called Astoria, land of the Cyclopses. And that," he says somewhat later, "is a place where fish like to sleep." And as you look over, you're not quite sure what he thinks it is. But you might find it a little funny that a giant castle lies buried under the waves. And sure enough, a large fish the size of a dolphin. You're not sure what it is exactly. Maybe some type of overgrown trout or sea bass swims out one of the porticale of the castle, sees you, and then darts back inside. This is an immense castle, by the way. Looking at it, you would say that it is probably 6 times as tall as a normal castle. Most of it collapsed, the rocks creating just confetti along the ocean floor.
Are we close enough that Vistra could make a perception check to see the age of the castle?
Yeah, you may.
Sweet. Oh, that is a natural 19 there.
Wrong channel.
I know. But I gotta say it.
Don't confuse Hayden.
22 total.
Where am I?
Where are you?
Where am I?
Welcome to Vestige.
Fuck! I'm in the wrong costume!
Roll to cry.
Roll to cry.
Oh, it's a critical hit. Okay. So, 1 sec. I'm just checking the timeline on this because it's not given in my notes. Oh, wow, this is a long time ago. Christine, can you remind me, give me a rough timeline for... Oh, there... Nope, that doesn't help at all. When did the ordning fail?
Really recently, according to Storm King's Thunder, but
When
set
did
in that
when
timeline.
did it start, I guess is...
Then ordning failing?
No,
Their
no,
gods were just like, haha, screw you.
No, the ordning, when did it start?
A long, long time ago.
All right, so I don't have an exact date here as well, but this would...
I don't think they gave you a date.
They don't give you a date. I would say, looking at this looks like something from the Asturian Age, basically stretching back to the war between giants and dragons thousands and thousands of years ago. This is perhaps some of the oldest stonework you've seen in your lifetime. Casually discarded at the bottom of the ocean. Who knows what riches might lay inside, or who knows what creatures might dwell in the depths.
Yeah, and I can't swim for very long.
Well, time to continue onward.
How old are you, Inga Juck?
You can call me Jock if you want.
Yeah, it's just a little hard for me to pronounce your whole name with my accent. It kind of just doesn't work in my mouth, right? Inga Dick. It just Jock
And
works better.
Go, Jock.
Yeah.
And
Inga Juck. It's hard. I'm sorry.
dwarf mouths are not designed for speech, I suppose.
Not from where I'm from.
I've lost count, but I think at least 205? Anybody who wants to can make me a nature roll. Oh, I realize that my my filters are still on hyper aggressive right now.
It'll be 18.
An 18?
So, we got a good friend of the...
A sperm whale generally has a lifespan of up to 70 years. He's 200. So that's pretty good. That's living your best life pretty long.
Yeah.
Or there's magic involved.
There's probably
Yeah.
magic involved. There's probably magic involved.
He's awakened. Yeah, I think there's some magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably likely.
Okay. There we go. Sorry, I just wanted to reset our bot filters because I forgot that was the one thing I didn't turn back on correct yesterday. Because it literally just filtered someone saying the word burn. I'm like...
As aggression.
Yeah, as aggression.
Or hostility.
Yeah.
It was
Hostility.
like, mod term held hostility.
It's,
I'm like,
because we were expecting a lot of people yesterday, so... Anyway. Time passes. What are you doing while you're on there? It's just you four, Valen, and your fox.
Callie's gonna rest a little to like regen everything that she needs, etc.
Gonna go into a trance and then so I can just kind of refresh my spells.
That's fair.
And I want to regain some hit points.
That's fair. You will all regain full hit points. Because it does take 3 days to get there. So go ahead and figure out what spells you want for the actual encounters that you're going to be going into. While you're traveling around, making your way towards Solstice. On the second day, Valen will talk to you. Specifically about the plan. Once we get there, there are many things that we should do, but finding Professor Skant and the Codicil of White should be the primary objective.
Agreed.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know where he's going to drop us off, but as far as I understand, there's a place called Grimskal near the center of the island. It's an old, probably frost giant fortress. It has the type of aesthetics that she would probably appreciate. Once we have traveled around the island enough to find what we're looking for, if you want to, you can travel there.
Is she gonna... I mean, I guess she probably knows we're on our way, I'm assuming?
I doubt she is omniscient. I believe she is very powerful, but in her domains of strength. For example, you told me before that she approached you inside of the cave with that strange relic. You were right next to a source of her power. I actually don't think she's that strong. She's still a minor goddess, and looking at what she's done to Icewind Dale, I think that has taxed her, weakened her. That does give you an element of surprise. Then again, I could be wrong, and you could be a bit of a, what is the word? Honeypot? Vistra?
Don't take your meaning.
There used to be this old story about a horse. I don't know if it's quite appropriate, but you could be a sleeper agent. You might not even know that you're working for Oral, but you might be. Or she might have hollowed part of you out and just wormed her way in. This isn't an accusation, it's just a fact. I suggest that everyone keep an eye on you until she's dead. Afterwards, hopefully I'll be proven wrong. I mean, I might be wrong to begin with. I'm not above that.
We all got charmed. Well, not all of us. Most of us got charmed in that cave. Granted, I was the one who was charmed for the longest, but we all were most of us experienced that.
Or
So
she's talking more about the whole you're blessed by her.
yes, I know.
So she
but the
obviously
f-
likes you. So we have no way of knowing if she's done other stuff to you. Like you have no way of knowing.
True.
She could be a sneaky ice bitch too.
I think she is
Katerina.
most definitely a sneaky ass bitch.
So it's more that it's not that we don't trust you, but to
I
be
know.
cautious in case you suddenly start acting weird.
yes,
Right?
I know. I just
And then we'll try and bang and just like I
knock
don't know,
me out.
slap her with fire to get her out of you.
Yeah,
You
something
might be a
like
little
that.
crispy afterwards, but we can probably
yes.
fix that.
Do we have permission to kill you if we can't knock you out?
Yes, if it's going to for the
If it's-
betterment of Icewind Dale, yeah, kill
If-
me. If I'm going to obstruct your, and you see no possible reason that you can stop me, and I'm going to hurt or kill one of you, yes, please, by all means,
Good.
take me out.
Good. Well, there's no reason to dwell on that anymore then. If you come against us and are possessed, of course, against your free will, we will do whatever it takes to release you from that control. Oh, there's no reason to be so glum. It's probably just a useless precaution. You will...
Better to have precautions than none at all.
I'm sure it's useless. Yes.
Probably. We'll probably end up burying your axe directly in her throat.
Ah, that's the dream.
I tell you what,
Satisfying.
and if that is the case, I will happily buy you a beverage or a dinner of your choice. Sound good?
What's a yeah? Oh, I'm in the mood for some ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah.
After all of this, you want ice cream.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
It's a
I genuinely
joke.
can't tell if you're joking.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
You're drier than I am.
Yeah, I'm a little bit stressed about the whole talking about having to kill me thing. It's a little bit like throwing me off my game slightly.
Oh, well, I'm assuming that if anyone here gets possessed, we should probably stop them no matter what.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would expect you to kill me on the spot if I fucking fall under her curse.
If I start going, ice, yeah, kill me.
Good. All right. Sounds great.
I would much prefer death again.
I mean, try hitting me first and see if that snaps me out of it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
No, please just. We'll hit each other.
I would prefer
And then
death
death-
being last option.
Yeah.
Death is
Yeah, the
final
bottom,
option.
the last resort.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't
If
kill me.
all-
Just all run away. It'll be fine.
Sure. Yet we don't want someone who can bring back the dead on her side.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually thinking that if we do kill Vistra, I can always bring her back as a zombie, because it would at least be a very strong zombie.
That's true. She could join your crew.
Would you want that? Would you rather us resurrect you, or would you rather me use your corpse to kill a goddess?
I would rather be raised, to be
Would
honest.
you actually?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a razor's edge decision for you, really, knowing your personality.
No, 100%. I would like to be raised, then zombified. Just like 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I don't care if I don't kill the bitch. I would like
I'm
to
just
be
saying.
resurrected.
Waste not, want not.
I'm saying, I appreciate the offer, but I will have to decline.
Well, I don't really
bad
think the
offer.
rest of them are. I'm sorry?
Said it's not a bad offer. There are worse things.
I just figured that you were the best specimen for terms of sheer violence that could be delivered. I mean, who would be next? Probably, what, Katerina?
I like hitting things.
Exactly. I'll bring you back as a lovely, lovely skeleton. It'll be great. You'll never have to worry about weight loss again.
I was never concerned about my figure. I'm a dwarf. We don't care.
I
That's
believe she was
evident.
talking to Katerina.
And I'm just always pretty.
That you are.
Yeah.
Prestidigitation has its bonuses.
That's true.
Well,
It's always a pleasure talking to you, Valen.
I know, isn't it? So, what are your stories?
What do you mean?
I know a bit about you, but I don't know all about you. Where are you from? Who are you?
I was born as a dwarf in Baldur's Gate 125 years ago.
That's an interesting start.
I was also born as a guy.
That is also an interesting start. I'm glad you got better.
Yeah, I did. About 7 months ago or 8 months ago, I don't know. When I came into Icewind Dale, I got murdered, and then I got resurrected, and now I'm me.
I'm glad you found yourself.
Yeah. So it's quite funny actually when everybody else is getting into an argument, and I'm always like, "Hey kids," and everyone's like, "Shut up! You're the youngest here," and I was like, "I'm 125 years old."
But that's really not very old for a dwarf.
No, I was a young dwarf, but you know, I'm
Well, how
still
old are the rest of you? Lysithian,
200.
how old?
200.
200. Callie, halflings are about the normal, right? So you're probably about 30?
26.
27, even younger. And Vistra, what, 150?
Yeah, something like that.
Do you even keep count at a certain time? I mean,
No, you just kind of just get just another year. It's usually just a party. It doesn't really matter whose age it is. It's just, it's your birthday. Okay, let's have a few beers and let's get.
So you're
let's,
tied for second youngest. Tied for third youngest? Somewhere in
Yeah.
there?
something like that. But yeah, that's my story. Well, the important bits anyways. There's a lot more to it, but that's the main bit.
Can I get an insight roll off of everyone?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. There we go. Wait,
Six.
why did I roll advantage? I did not. Robin,
why did-
It's gonna be 19.
19?
we'll just re-roll.
19. Which, yeah, I was about to start pressing Valen in return for her story.
Yeah. So I re-rolled. I got a nat 20 on the re-roll.
Okay.
I got
Uh,
7.
7? Okay,
So that's a 24 in total.
So, Kat's not going to really notice this, but the rest of you are going to notice that Valen tends to keep her arms kind of folded. She wears thick clothing, long robes, and ones with particularly, like, open cuffs that she kind of keeps her hands inside of. There's a lot of fabric in the way, but throughout the journey, you will have noticed this several times, that her hands tremble incessantly. At first, it was easy to put off. You thought, she's cold. After the first few hours, though, and now observing her for several days in a row, you begin to notice that this is fairly constant. It's mostly her hands, but it covers everything all the way up to her jawline at times. After a while, each of you are going to think that it probably is either, might be physiological, but you think it might be some type of nervous disorder.
Allie's gonna wait till we're on land, just in case it's something weird,
Okay.
and then question her.
Yeah,
Because
Vistra.
Callie's not 100% sure that maybe she might react very badly and we're in a bubble under the water. Callie would be fine, but not really anybody else.
Yeah, Vistra doesn't like Valen. With Valen's hostility towards her from the beginning, Vistra does not like Valen, so she'll keep a good eye on her. Because there's just like you don't like me, I don't like you, but we're doing this shit together, so let's be
That's fair.
amicable.
So, Callie, you were going to ask something?
Just once we're done, like once we're back on land.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to clock it and not say anything.
Okay.
Or at least like Callie's gonna go, oh, so, well, Valen, where are you from? Sort of thing.
Long Saddle. The Harpels are fairly prestigious there. a decent amount of fortune, fame, and control inside of the city. I had a fairly standard life. Well, for someone of lesser nobility at least, which is essentially what we were. Business, meetings, trade, commerce, seneschal duties around the city, the usual boring things. However, I guess it wasn't for me. I began studying when a little after I turned 40. And, I found a calling in it. I always was very interested in magic, but never had the, compulsion. My father was very much against us taking anything non-standard in our education or in our general lives, but after his death, I suppose nothing was holding me back.
So how'd you end up here? With all of this?
I was admitted into the Dark Brotherhood. The Arcane Brotherhood. Sorry, I got my brotherhoods mixed up. Sorry, Skyrim. I was admitted into the Arcane Brotherhood, and we began our investigation into finding the Lost City. I won't lie, I'm a fairly new wizard, in spite of my years, and I know that my family connections and wealth, and the fact that my family were collectors and had Professor Skant in their possession already, probably sealed my entry. But I like to think that I earned my way in, if possible. At the very least, I'm up here to prove that I could have gotten in and that I'm as good of a mage as any one of the ones who believe that I'm in from nepotism and connections. I want to find this myself. With your help, of course, but away from them. And I would have, probably already by myself, had I not been robbed. Although the fact that we haven't seen anything particularly magical happening in here, aside from the Frozen Queen, makes me assume that Nass didn't actually find anything, or is probably dead somewhere on the island.
Robbed?
Who robbed you?
What do you mean?
I had Professor Skant in my possession when I made my way to Icewind Dale. Another member of the Arcane Brotherhood, a person named Nass Lantamir. A rival. Particularly vile one, really. Quite the dirty little... Came to me one night trying to make a truce. This was shortly after we discovered that our way out of Icewind Dale had been blocked. I foolishly let down my guard. This was a few weeks ago. When I awoke, I discovered that I had been either magicked or drugged into sleep, and that my Professor Skant was gone. And so was Nass.
So sorry, what does this thing do again?
It's a Professor Orb. It has crucial information. A Professor Orb is basically a living, thinking codex contained inside of a ball. A brain in a ball, one might say. In theory, it has all sorts of information about how to reach the Lost City, how to enter it. Potentially floor plans and layouts. It's crucial. The Codicil of the White will give us... Well, the Codicil of the White is our key to the door, and Professor Skant will tell us where the door is.
I see. Okay.
I'm sorry I'm boring you, Katerina.
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, you just appear sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in a bubble for 3 days.
All right. Anyone have any cards? I've got.
I do, actually.
Do you want to play Crazy Eights?
Sure, fuck it, why not?
All right. Can I get everybody to make me a Wisdom check with proficiency if you're proficient in gambling tools? Oh, damn.
19?
19.
Oh, no.
19.
19.
19.
Nice.
16?
16.
24. And no, I'm not proficient.
God damn it, Callie.
I just have a 20 for wisdom.
Callie's really good at just like straight facing her way through gambling games. Just, no, I don't have any twos. Go fish. Vistra, you lose whatever is being bet. And are probably getting pretty pissed off at this by about
Boy fish jerky.
by about the third hour of it, which is when you'll hear approaching the island.
Oh, thank goodness!
Callie
I'm
has
just
a
about to
pile of fish jerky in front of her.
gonna flip this title. I don't know. You guys are fucking tight.
Next time, I'd like to play.
Oh, of course.
You should have said something. We've been playing for 3 hours.
Didn't want to be rude.
Oh, nonsense. We're friends. That sort of question.
Yeah, yeah. Come on.
Especially when there's fish jerky on the line.
Oh, would you like some?
Yes.
Callie will offer him some.
You can pop it through the bubble. And it'll
Well, I figure if we're there, like, she can just, like, stand on the ice and pass it to him.
In a minute, yeah. All right, so a minute later, he says, "Hold on." And the whale begins angling upward. You'll see the rocky base of an island rising out to meet you. It's jagged-edged. A huge, huge bay encircles you. And it lurches up, 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 around one of the edges. With a tremendous splash, the whale crests the water. The ship, the bubble, finally bursting. As soon as you are up, and it is at that point that you are going to feel the sudden and severe cold around you. As the wind howls across the bow of the ship.
Oh my god, I'd forgotten how cold it was.
Ah, yeah, this is what I'm used to. I was just sweating in the whale. Whew.
I miss the sunshine.
It isn't so bad.
It's pretty bad.
Exactly, it's fine.
Don't you have time to read? That's the most time I've had in ages.
I'm glad you had a good time.
It was
I
very
appreciate it,
relaxing.
Thank you. It was very
was lovely.
interesting seeing the bottom of the ocean.
Do you drink beer, Angry Duck?
I've been known to.
Here, take this, and she will hand over the gallon of
beer?
that she bought.
All
Yeah.
right, toss it.
All right, you ready?
Hold on, he's gonna try. Oh
I said, did you want to make a strength roll to see
yeah.
how?
Oh, trust me. That is a 10 plus. Let me look up the sperm whale stats because I got them right here. That is a bite. That's a 21 to bite it.
Nice.
And as he crushes the beer keg in his mouth, pardon me, the beer barrel, just
Yeah.
you'll hear it pop like a ripe. I mean, he'll crack open a cold one, is what it's going to be.
Yeah, he's cracking a cold one open
With the whales.
with the whales.
All right. And as he splashes back down, doing his best actually not to get you covered in water, you're going to look around and see that fog around you is beginning to part, and you will see 50-foot-high walls, cliffs of solid ice. Jetting out of the water off the coast here are bare, weather-beaten masts of sunken ships, dozens of them. You can make out what appears to be, well, actually, looking down as he swims you up to the shore, you're going to notice that the dock that you will be standing on is made out of solid ice, and looks like it was carved and sized for giants. It is very cold here. I need to state this very clearly. This is colder than you have ever been anywhere in your life, including the coldest parts of Icewind Dale. Your sight is limited to 200 feet. If it would normally be beyond that, Vistra, you have keen sight. Does that pierce fog?
I don't believe so. I will just recheck.
Okay.
I just want a second. No, it doesn't.
I'm going to assume that it doesn't then. So
Yeah,
on the
'cause it says
island...
you can see up to 1 mile away, no difficulty, able to discern even fine details.
Okay, so it's just distance.
Additionally, dim light doesn't impose disadvantage, yeah.
So
So I'm guessing fog, yeah.
Vista, as you look around, 200 feet from the island, fog begins. You cannot see anything beyond this fog. The island itself is just covered in snow, being blown around, cascaded into your vision. You are fine in terms of cold. However, there are going to be a couple of things that you'll need to know. I'm just going to tell you these mechanics in advance, okay? The DC to resist effects of extreme cold has raised by 5 on this island. In addition, whenever someone who lacks resistance or immunity to cold damage spends a hit dice to regain hit points, you regain only a number equal to your Constitution modifier. You do not roll the dice. You do not roll hit points, you just gain the con mod.
Oh.
Unless you are Vistra. Or you activate a spell to allow you to, suck it up.
What about the potions, guys?
Yeah, I have a potion of cold resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I still have some of those Chewinga charms as well.
Oh, true.
I
How
have
long do those things last?
Kelly. I didn't get a time for those.
I believe it functions just like the spell, but hold on one sec, and I will just pull that up. So, second spell, Thieves in the Wind, completing the quest. One of the charms described in New Chewinga Charms on page 283.
Yay, new Chewinga charms.
I think you've used one of them, haven't you?
I have not.
That's 293. That's not the way math works. Okay, that was the... So, Vistra has used one of the charms of Biting Cold. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Charm of Cold Resistance allows you to give yourself resistance to cold as an action, lasts for 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Because you only do it once, that's why.
Yeah, so I have three of them. And it
How do
says...
you have 3 of them?
I'm just reading off what you told me when you got...
What is the name of... Whoa, what's the name of the charm?
Snowwalker.
Oh, that's a different thing.
Okay.
So
yeah.
as an action, you can spend one of the charms to gain the following benefits for 24 hours. You and your allies ignore difficult terrain caused by snow or ice. You are immune to the effects of extreme cold. That doesn't give you resistance to the thing, but that will, that's not exactly what that is, too. I hate it when they use different terminology for things.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll say that if you're wearing cold weather gear and use that, it should be fine, so long as you're sheltered.
Okay.
So if you're using tiny hut or something, that should be fine. But if you're just like sleeping in the snow, it probably won't work.
Okay.
It does mean that you won't have to test for extreme cold, though, which is nice. It also allows you to move through heavy terrain and see through obscured snow at a distance of 60 feet.
Okay, and that's good for 24 hours?
Yes, it is good for 24 hours and is basically... Now, only the ignoring difficult terrain works for your allies. The extreme cold is for you, and so is the seeing through snow.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but if your allies are within 15 feet of you, they ignore basically like trudging through snow.
Cool. I'm gonna pop one of those.
That's a great idea. Okay, so mark that off your sheet.
Done. So I don't know how that would look, but she's going to pop one.
It doesn't really look like anything. There's like a soft shimmer about you for a moment. And then suddenly, it's just going to be like a chill runs up your back. And everything feels just a bit nicer for a second. All of you as well will find your footing on the ice very easily. Even
That
if it
should
was...
help a little bit.
What did you just do?
Oh, I've just popped the charm that Chewinga gave us to aid in navigating in difficult terrain.
I do have a cold weather outfit, and I also have those, what are they, the attachments to your boots that are like spiky?
Yep, the...
Crampons?
The crampons. Cramp
Those
off,
things.
cramp on. Alright, so... We should probably plot our route at this point. You said you wanted to check out some of these shipwrecks. I'm not adverse to that. There's a chance that NASA's ship could have gotten caught if she came here, which she would have to find the Codicil of the White.
Okay. So,
The whale stays by the shore and just kind of stares at you.
Want to maybe search for a ship that would look like hers? Do you know what her ship looked like, Vela?
Not even the slightest. But if we find a recent ship, that would probably be it.
yeah, fair
I think
enough.
that might be the best bet, in my opinion. Instead of just searching all of them, we might as well just cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hunt for a more recent wreck then.
Do you want me to stick around?
Sure, would you like to help us?
I can give you a ride back.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, do you know if there's been any recent wrecks around here?
No. I have only been here a few times.
Did anybody else come here recently, like in the last couple weeks?
Not with me.
Is there another way to get here? Besides ship?
Magic?
Okay.
Birds.
Thank you.
How long will you be?
I mean, hopefully not too long, right?
Don't know exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably more than a few hours. Is there a way we can call you back here from the island?
To let you
Or-
know.
I can circle the island and keep an eye out on any of the docks.
Oh, that would
Sure.
be lovely. Thank you.
No, we can do that.
I can
Worst
give
comes
you.
to worst.
Hmm?
I was going to say worst comes to worst. I can always polymorph into something and swim down to find you. Worst comes to worst.
Oh, and I can turn into a killer whale.
Yeah, true.
And I could go like squeak, squeak, squeak through the water to you.
3 days.
Okay.
That's the most I can wait.
All right. Well, we have 3 days to go find this stuff.
That works for me.
I mean, hopefully sooner. So, we will see you when we see you then, I guess.
Goodbye.
Crests the waves again. Or not crests, submerges again. Some of the ice around the side of the dock begins to fall into the water as well, as once again, Angajuk slides under the waves. And with that, the five of you, and Tibbs, of course, are alone at the bottom of the Island of Solstice.
Okay, well. Let's start looking, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
we might as
go
well.
hunt for our sheep.
Kelly, is there anything that we can see, like, in the immediate vicinity?
Well, let's see.
If you're all... No, go ahead.
No, please.
I was going to say, if you're all alright with it, I'd like to take about 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic and just kind of be looking around to see if anything pings off while we're looking on the ships.
Okay.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right, so to give you a sense of where you are right now, why don't we go ahead and just describe it like this. So Angajuk pulled up to the side of this immense dock and let you off on some of the ice floes at its base. Above you, you can see this dock, hewn directly out of ice, stands about 50 feet tall. To actually get up to the island, you'll have to scale it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, that was I misread that, basically. My bad. This is the problem with running out of a book instead of homebrewing something. You don't have it immediately in your brain when you're looking at it, right?
Fair,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you'll have to climb up. It's not terribly high, or not terribly hard. In fact,
Athletics check, or?
yeah, give me an athletics check. Because you have climbing equipment, it's gonna be DC 10.
Cool, well, I passed. I got
8.
18.
You got an 8 total.
Sweet. Okay, as long as I didn't get a 2 or lower, I'd be fine. I got a 10, so that's 18.
If
Oh,
you'd given me
athletics, you say.
acrobatics, I could do it. However,
That's fair. All right. Well, let's check Valen. So Valen has an athletics bonus of. Oh yeah, that's a 7. That's good.
Oh no.
All right. So, what'd you get, Callie?
11.
That's enough.
Oh, thank God.
With climbing gear, that's enough. All right. So 3 of you are going to scale up the side and be able to make it up to the top. 50 feet only takes you a minute or 2. By the time you're up, you'll be able to toss down some ropes and help Lysithian and Valen up as well. Lysithian and Valen, both of you roll with advantage. I say, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Not one?
No, double 5s.
Oh my god.
Valen is going to grab onto the rope, and that's where you're going to see it wholeheartedly. She tries to clasp onto it, but her body is having difficulties. Just give me a minute.
Can Vistra try and like take the rope and tie it as like do a little loop one where she could like swing it over her like
Over her
waist
head.
and then Vistra pulls
Yeah.
her up?
Yeah, go ahead and make me an athletics roll. What'd you get, Lysithian?
I got a 12.
Nice. So you'll be able to rappel up with your friend's help.
23 to pull her
Okay.
up.
All right, you will be able to do so, and as you pull her over the edge, Lysithian, you find purchase very easily, and manage to just stand up and catch your breath. Valen will need to be dragged up, basically, and at the top of it, she will kind of collapse onto the ground, her hands shaking a bit as she kind of thrusts them back inside of her sleeves. That was only mildly humiliating.
You okay?
Nothing hurt but my pride.
I understand that, so...
Yeah. We've all had our egos hurt before. It's nothing new.
Isn't
Yeah.
that the truth?
Well, we should probably start heading.
Alright, so Lysithian, you wanted to check for magic before we went anywhere?
Once we get closer to the ships, I'd like to take about 10 minutes to just cast Detect Magic. I don't have it prepared, but I can cast it as a ritual, if that's okay by you. And then I can kind of wait for a ping of some kind.
I mean, I think that's probably the safest bet. We know that this place is going to be pretty.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get lots of pings from Icewind,
Yeah.
but we can
Yeah.
try and see if there's a like greater concentration in certain areas.
Yeah. So I mean, we already know this place isn't going to be the most friendly place in the world.
No, we need to be careful. Keep our wits about us.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
Wait, well, how high is it?
do we need to go higher up?
No, I think
need
I
to go
misread
higher.
something again because I'm a fool.
We
But
need to go down.
no. You're right. But I think. Okay, so allow me to. I'm just gonna read this to you. It's just so that you get a sense of it, because I'm having trouble with the way that it's written because of the way my brain's working tonight. It's my bad.
It's all good.
Frost giants fashioned this dock out of ice and built it to endure, yet sections have broken away and fallen into the sea. Because the dock was scaled for frost giant longships, characters approaching by water must climb to reach the top of it. Those without magic or climbing must do so with a block. At the back of the dock, giant steps climb to the top of 50-foot high cliffs. A 20-foot wide path made of bricks from ice lead from the dock to the fortress of Grimskull, which is the big skull place. So I actually think that it probably didn't take you that much. There's probably, I mean, if it's a frost
It's
giant.
a giant steps that go up 50 feet. So
Yeah, no, I think that was me misreading it right now, trying to reparse what was in my brain. So that was
it was
that was.
more epic that we scaled up the side of the cliff. It's fine.
I mean, you'd think that I think either way it didn't. Yeah, I think that either way it's fine. Either way, I think you would have needed to help Valen because she's not particularly. And thank you. The chat just said by the power of Grimskull as well, and I'm like, absolutely. I got He-Man vibes off this stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who was
Right.
thinking that.
By the power of Grimskull. I like that they spelled it with Skalle, just to be cute.
Just
Okay, so basically it was. Okay, a dock is normally about 5 to 10 feet above the water line, depending on the size of the boat that's coming in, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So if a giant is 22 feet tall, I think for a frost giant, that's 4 times taller than normal. So let's say that it was like 20 feet above the water line that you had to climb up, which still, basic difficulty 10 roll to climb up 20 feet with pittons and things, okay? Cool.
Sounds good to me.
That means that if you have to climb down to look at shipwrecks, it's not a 50-foot drop. That was my other worry. Okay.
I was thinking, I'm like, this will be fun going up and down for shipwrecks all again.
Right? No, that was a DM mistake because when I was reading this, I had a dog that was whining at me and bugging me all afternoon because he was really being annoying today. He's lovely, but I love him, but he whines a lot. And then I've got a headache right now, so I'm getting through it. Okay. As you climb up to the top of this, you see that a series of ice stairs are going to lead you up above these cliffs. At which point, this will eventually become a path. Now, these steps are annoyingly tall. A normal step is 8 to 12 inches. Each one of these steps is 4 feet tall. Well, it looks like it's my time to shine, Valen says, looking at you, Vistra.
The steps go to like here on Vistra. She's
Yeah.
4'2".
A little higher than that.
Callie is just. You can't see her behind the stair.
Where is Callie?
Meanwhile, Katerina and her 5'9" glory.
You'll hear a brief on the wind nearby, and suddenly a creature will approach. It has a long, frozen nose, almost like the proboscis of a mosquito, but serrated like a steak knife. Its eyebrows are frozen to its face, its hair slicked back. Tiny ice wings keep it aloft, and it approaches you. It's a mephit, like the ones you just fought at the Black Cabin. it holds its hands out to you. And then begins to speak in cycling through a couple of languages. Does anyone here speak Aquan or Orin?
Nope.
No.
Salus nas naino. Shabalu. Sopo. Sopo.
What?
Vistra's gonna like just take her axe out, just
Oh.
kind of like hold it. a
Oh,
little
whoa,
bit
whoa, whoa, whoa,
threatening.
whoa. Sopo.
You want?
Wait. 10. Wait. I'm going to sit down and hopefully be able to ritual cast comprehend languages in this time.
Okay. Yeah,
We're all
totally.
just gonna stare at each other for 10 minutes.
Fucking wait and don't fucking kill it.
I'm
I want
not.
to try to understand it. Put your
Yeah?
axe away, please. And I'm going
Oh,
to sit my butt
wait.
down and start casting.
No, that's okay, Lysithian. I can actually do that.
I will grumpily close my book.
I'm sorry, but I always forget that I can do this thing. And she's gonna pop that Bard College feat.
Feature?
That feature, where she can comprehend a language, basically.
Yeah, because you just get to do that as a free action, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so Sopo. Do you just turn it on?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you hear. Sopo. Everyone else will hear Sopo mita sadalasor. Sulalalalai. Of course, Katerina, you'll hear Sopo. My name is Sopo, you apes.
Oh, it helps if we know what language you're speaking.
I'm speaking Aquan.
Well,
Or Orin.
now I know that.
Well, that took you a while.
Well, none
Oh.
of us speak either of those.
Oh, it's not my fault that you're not educated.
Well, they're just not very common languages where we're from.
I know they are divine.
Hmm.
I am
Anyways.
Sopo.
I'm Katerina,
Oh.
and this is our party.
As Sopo begins speaking, you're going to notice a bit of a fluttering from Valen's shoulder as her owl familiar kind of bristles, coming to life for the first time since it mostly had hibernated on the vessel, and kind of glares at the Mephit with just an owlish distemper. The Mephit seems to kind of narrow its eyes at the owl as well. Seems like they're not taking a liking to each other.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on Tibbs to see how they're reacting.
Tibbs doesn't really seem to... Tibbs seems a little squirrely, too. Like... Well, do you need help? I can show you around. I heard you talking about the wrecks of the ships.
Yes, we're actually looking for a recent wreck in the last couple weeks.
Oh, there is much treasure. Much treasure waiting here. The
Well,
last... Oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to interrupt you.
Oh, we're not really here looking for treasure, so
Oh, you said recent ships?
yeah, anything within the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, there was one that crashed off of the northwest arm of the island. There was a survivor. Managed to pull herself off. She did not do very well in the cold, though. I can show you.
Oh, that would be great. So she didn't make it then?
No, she's frozen. She climbed out of frigid water, and the cold, it took her.
That happens, yeah.
Oh, you would
How-
love. You are a thing of beauty. Would you like to see other beautiful things? The Frostmaiden has made beautiful ice sculptures, such they would make you weep at the sight of them.
I'm
course.
sure.
You would be careful not to have your tears freeze.
Are you a servant of the Ice Maiden?
Oh, she does not really boss us around. I am more of what they call a free agent. I'm mostly just so bored. There is nothing to do. I was
That's fair.
hoping you could entertain me.
Well, would you be able to show us the way to that wreck and where the survivor fell?
Yes, yes I could. Although, I would say that if you're here for adventure, there are other treasures, great powerful ones, great wealth, that you could find in these wrecked ships. It could be very useful for you. You could leave here as queens. What do your friends think?
Well, we are here for a very specific mission, although that does sound nice.
Yes, it's true. Money. So many gold coins would be very difficult to take back with you.
So much money.
Oh.
No, wait, we are here for a specific thing.
Oh.
We are not here
What
looking
are
for
you here for? To find the one woman? Or are you here to do a bad thing?
No, we are just here to find some things that were stolen from our friend.
Oh. It could be still on that boat, maybe. Vistra, you have your hand up.
Yeah, while Katerina's having this conversation with this thing, can Vistra just take like some sort of insider perception check to just like see the general, like look for any sort of, if this thing looks sneaky. I
Sure,
can't understand the
you
conversation.
You can do so with disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
Allie's just looking back and forth between the two of them like it's
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Smash
Katerina
board.
to have a conversation.
Now, Lysithian-
I'm going to... Pardon?
I was going to say, if you're still casting that ritual, it's almost
Yeah.
done at this point.
I would like to have just been like... still
That's gonna be
casting
a
it
10.
A
under
10?
my breath.
Yeah.
You're not really sure. It seems like they're having conversation and Katerina keeps getting lost in thought in the middle of it. Lysithian, suddenly you are going to hear the languages being spoken around you. There are many things that could still be left on the ship.
Yeah, so we're here looking for some things that were stolen from our friend here. That
So not
survivor
magical
of-
artifacts. That makes sense. Good. You just seem like you are collectors of antiquities.
We do like antiquities.
Powerful spells and weapons. Lost for ages. It breaks my heart to see them just waiting down there. Just someone to pluck away like an oyster's pearl.
Well, let's start with getting what we came here to get.
Okay. I will lead you there if you would like.
That would be
No.
great.
I think we're just fine as we are. Thank you very much.
Oh, but you need a guide. There are many dangers in this island that you do not know.
I have a very good sense of direction, so you don't need to worry about that. I very much appreciate your help, though.
Oh,
You guys are having an awful long conversation. What's going on?
Yeah.
oh. Okay. Well, if you don't want to learn about all of the wonderful things on the island, that is your prerogative.
I was just trying to help. It has been so long since I have had any type of interaction with anything except for other methods, and they are terribly boring.
I'd like to insight check its intention.
Thank you, Lysithian.
All right, Robin, can you push your mic a little bit away?
Yeah, you are peeking.
You are like.
It's gonna be a dirty 20.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, though. Okay, that is gonna be. Let me just roll a dice. I'm sure nothing's gonna come.
Fun.
Just for fun. Just for shit. I'm gonna use a hurt them more on this and just.
Wow.
Ah, what'd you get?
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, so a dirty 15 is probably not good enough.
I'm just saying, it would be very useful for you to see things around the island.
Yeah. Does that clue you in enough?
Yeah.
Okay, good. give the old Agnes wink.
For those of you who didn't see it,
For those of you
it
who
was
didn't see
one hell of a big overstated wink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
It was
Yup.
it was ice method all along.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Whereas Cat's just super distracted by like, oh my god, but so much money would be great.
Shut up. So we are very good. Thank you. I appreciate it. We all have a very, very good sense of direction. I greatly appreciate you.
Okay, well, best of luck.
Thank you very much. You have a safe flight, okay?
Oh yes, you too.
And it will kind of hover away into the background. What did it say?
Well,
Well-
your friend crashed their ship here a couple weeks ago and didn't survive.
You're lucky I stepped in, Katerina.
Yeah, what was going on?
That
You guys
thing
were
was
having
going
like
to
a long conversation.
that thing was going to lead us to our deaths. And you
Was
were
it?
going to let it.
No, I get distracted.
I know, that's why I kept casting it.
Good for you, Lysithian.
Thank you.
That was
I
very
appreciate
smart.
that. Yes, I know it was.
I was just waiting, just like, you mean you guys can chat?
No, Katerina kept it distracted, so I will take that as a
Yes.
win. But that
So-
thing was going to kill us, so we need to keep moving.
So, does it work for the Ice Maiden, I'm assuming? Because it was similar to those
Probably.
things. So she probably knows we're here now.
Oh, probably, but
Yeah.
let's just keep moving. Let's get to the ships.
Yep.
I will throw up detect magic, and I will do my best to find whatever we are
Did-
looking for.
Did you at least get any information about where the ship is or what ship it could be?
No, not
The
really.
northwest arm of the island.
Okay. So that's either a trap or the real ship. One of the two. Could be the right one, or it could be the total opposite one. Don't know.
Well, we'll just
Yeah.
have to
Who
find
could
out.
fucking say?
So apparently the ship crashed just offshore, and they swam to shore, and then that didn't go over so well when they got very cold,
Yeah, or they killed it. Too.
or they killed it. But I mean, both are just as likely.
Yeah.
So did they say it was the like is it just somebody else, or was it like identified that it was?
They said that there's been one shipwreck within the last 3 weeks.
Do we know you're feeling that your friend was for
She-
sure heading to the island?
She would have headed here for sure. This
Okay.
is where Professor Skant would have was leading me.
Well, if she stole the thing, maybe it's still with her body.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming that it would. So she is either somewhere on the island or in the ship.
Yeah. Either they were telling the truth about her coming to shore and then they killed her on the island, or they killed her on the ship. Why?
All right.
I mean, does it
Let's
have
search.
have to be them? Like, it's fucking cold.
It's true, but that scene thinks that thing. I don't know. I didn't get. Couldn't quite tell anything, but I just don't like. Those things tried to kill us.
Well, yeah. You don't need to overthink it.
We don't. Let's just keep
Let's
moving.
just go.
Northwest?
Northwest.
Yes.
Fine. Let's go then. With that, Valen will start making her way up of those 4-foot-high steps. Do you continue? Do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you small ones, I want some athletics chests off of you. Acrobatics can work too.
Nah, I'll do athletics. 13.
13? Okay.
I rolled a natural 5, but I had 8.
Nice.
It's nice.
Nice.
This is just a giant stairwell, right?
Yep. You can use it if you want to. Yeah, go ahead. Turn into a kangaroo.
I was thinking more like maybe giant eagle or a polar bear should be able to navigate them pretty well
Yeah, polar bear would be able to jump
because
up
they're
them.
freaking big.
Yeah, turn into a
All right, I'm gonna
polar
turn
bear.
into a polar bear. I should have cold resistance then.
I think you might, actually.
Technically, I don't know if it's actually on the list.
Okay. Well, you'll definitely still have cold weather gear. So as you begin to climb up the stairs, the rest of you will just kind of do the whole bend over and roll routine, making your way slowly up the 20 steps that... Oh, actually, 22 times 4. That's not the way math works, Kelly. The 15, 20... No, it doesn't... 20 to 50 divided by 4 is...
So it doesn't specifically say cold
13.
resistance on polar bears.
It's only 13 steps. Yeah.
However, like real polar bears swim in the Arctic.
I will take that into consideration.
I feel like if I got hit by a cold spell, obviously it'll affect, but
Yeah.
just ambient.
I think that you're not going to suffer cold weather, like extreme conditions, as a polar bear. So
just
slowly
polar bear.
Slowly but surely, you manage to make your way up the 13 steps that take you above the cliff face. As you do, you will climb and climb and climb, making your way to that 20-foot corridor. And as you go up Vistra, as you crest the last step, pulling yourself up with all of your might, you'll slip a little, stumbling around before you find yourself, once again, close enough to Cat that you catch your balance and no longer have difficulty. You did it, looking down. That was the most calisthenics you have done in quite a while.
Well, there was that night with the cleric, but...
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. And with a smile, you turn around and go face first into an icicle that snaps on the side of your face. And in the distance, you can hear a raspy echoing in the distance.
What was it? Wait.
And you see at the corner of your vision, Sopo, just floating a little too distant, watching you as you progress further into the island. Turning to look, behind you, you see him. But as you do, the light is just bright enough that you see the center of the island. Rising before you is a 600-foot-tall mountain of glacial ice, its peak carved to resemble a giant skull wearing a crown. Weaving up the mountain's southern slope are enormous stairs hewn from the ice. These steps, which extend from the base of the mountain to the base of the fortress, were clearly made for giants. You see this all glittering in stark relief before you as a shaft of moonlight glistens down through the misty clouds above. And it's there, in that moment of brightness, that you see something. Vistra, you will see it flawlessly. But the rest of you will still see something. There, up at the top of Grimscow, you will see a bird. It's like looking at a sparrow in your hand. But you know that it is not. It is 600 feet away and the same size despite the difference in scale. It flaps its wings twice. Powerful gusts of wind blowing bits of the ice from the top of Grimscow as it takes to the sky. In Vistra, you can see, and all of you probably get the sense, that as it takes to the sky, this immense bird, this rock. Vistra, you can see the visage of a beautiful, frozen woman clinging to its back as it begins its nightly trek toward the 10 Towns and Icewind Dale. You see before you, rising to the sky, Auril, the Frostmaiden. And I think that's probably where we should take our break. Because I think you were all a little stunned.
Allie's really glad that she's white now. She blends in.
So there's an example.
Oh.
She can always just like belly flop on
Yeah,
Vistra and Cat to hide that red
I was gonna
hair.
say I got like a beacon right here.
Pull your hood up.
That's true.
Whoops, that didn't work well. There we go.
All right, so
Stealth mode activated.
okay, folks, we're going to be back in just 1 sec. We're just going to take a quick bathroom break, and then we're going to get back to the action. So don't go anywhere, folks. Boo! Bingo, bango, bongo. We did really good stuff the other night on our charity stream, raised a lot of money. But we are not done with charity. We're going to run a couple more Extra Lives this year. And I'm going to try to convince some other people to run games at them. What else did we do that was nice? Actually, we had a great end to the stream, too. So yesterday, how tall am I? I'm like 6'2". Like, I'm not super tall. But I'm also, like, I'm pretty damn broad, though. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm pretty good.
Yeah, you're not like tall, but like lanky.
I'm not tall. 6'2" is tall.
16-year-old boy. Can
No,
see through.
I'm 2 feet wide at the shoulders, so like 23 and a half, 24 inches, I think.
I'm fairly similar, I think. And
Yeah, you're like just a tiny bit smaller than me. That's about it.
I'm like an inch smaller in every
Yeah,
respect.
basically,
Well,
right?
But I'm not gonna end that sentence.
You know what? Let's find out.
Let's just move on.
After that'll be a different charity stream. I mean, I'd be 6'3" in heels, Soul. I'm just saying.
I'm 6'7" in my heels.
That's pretty damn tall. I'm so sad though, because my arms were almost 18 inches at the beginning of last year. Like they were they were 17.
Start doing push-ups with me.
It's not gonna. I mean, I guess it will help my triceps, but I was like so
Like-
sad.
Okay, I started doing push-ups again seriously for about a week. I've been trying every single morning because I was doing that. Then I stopped for a while because I wasn't feeling well. And I started again. And my arms went kind of flabby. And now I'm just like, oh yeah.
I know. I'm like lifting grain and
I've got, like,
reverse hose, and it's just
It's
like
firm
yes.
again.
I miss my
strong.
boulders.
I'm like, yes.
I've got the line again right through there. I'm just like, oh
Feels so
yeah.
good.
Do I still have those photos? Oh, good. I thought I had a piece of glass in my mouth. I didn't. It was like a poppy seed from lunch or something.
Oh, now I want like
Poppy
lemon
seed
poppy seed
glass.
muffins.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I'll never
I
be
do
able to
want
use that one because I'm gonna be too paranoid that there's bits of glass in it.
We'll just strain it. It's fine.
Sabers are usually
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
pretty
trust it.
clean.
It's a
Unless you
really
do.
clean.
That's a youth syrup now.
Can you please send me a picture of the saber, Kelly?
of like of the effect. You mean?
Of the ball. I want to see the line. I want to see how clean cut you did.
It's pretty good. Yeah, my arms were looking really good. Holy crap! I forgot my calves are huge.
Yeah.
I have 18-inch calves. What the hell? Sorry, I'm looking at old progress photos from weightlifting last year.
See, I
Fair.
don't want to go look at photos from last year because then I just
No,
cry.
well, you know the sad thing is we were looking at some old photos from the stream, and God, we've gotten better looking over the years.
It is true.
I was going through all the old stream videos on YouTube to go in and like watch them and give the views and that sort of stuff. And I was looking at some of our old ones from Shards of Nern. I was just like, my face was so fat.
I mean, like no shame, but like you look closer to how you do when I met you right now, which is it's nice. I like that. Stay eternally youthful. What were you saying, Mike?
Looking back at like the first episodes of Shards of Nern, I'm like, damn, Mike, you look like a weird gremlin thing. And now I will look at myself now in Rime, and I'm just like, damn girl,
You're a pretty gremlin.
Now I'm a pretty gremlin.
You're still a gremlin. You're never gonna shake that. You're a dice
Oh, God,
gremlin
no.
at the very least.
Oh yeah. But it's like, damn.
Yeah. So everybody, do listen though. Mike's trying out a new microphone tonight. So
Yes, I am.
So we're testing this out to see if this is the one they're going to keep, or if they're going to look for something else or something like that.
Yeah.
This is the same one that Mike and Kel use, but I feel like you're more emphatic with your voice than they are.
Yeah,
So
I do have the pop filter on it.
that should help. So the pop is going to help any of your plosives from popping, and also it'll stop you from spitting on it. So I think you
True.
can probably actually turn it down just a tiny bit.
Yeah, you can turn back down, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Oh,
turn
okay.
down for what?
Turn down for how's that?
Turn down for whom?
Turn
Keep
down
talking.
for what's it?
A little more.
Okay. That
Okay,
was a little.
there
more.
you go. Because you were getting like a little
A little pitchy?
peaky. Yeah.
See, you've got the ear for this. I don't, which is unfortunate because I'm the one who does the tech for this.
This is what I have to listen for. This is literally my job.
This is literally your job. what I think we also should do... Do you still have those acoustic panels I gave you? Mike?
Mike.
What?
I gave you acoustic panels, didn't I?
No.
Oh, okay. You that's right. You never picked them up. So then I gave them to Amy. Or did I give them to Robin? Did I give you some?
Give
Robin?
them to me.
Oh, that's right. I gave them to Robin instead.
Yeah.
We should install some acoustic panels on the wall behind your computer.
Yeah.
Because you're getting a
Yeah.
little bit of bounce off. See, that's what I can hear. I can hear the slight reverb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me be
let's-
special, Hayden.
So yeah, let's put some shit on the walls here.
Yeah.
Not
and
shit.
then
Yeah, don't put shit on the walls. Put
That
acoustic
makes them
panels.
smell bad.
haha.
Aha.
And then I'm getting some new lighting to go beside the monitor as well.
Nice,
So I have
um,
more.
So I'm learning to make those cheap ass knockoff Elgato key lights.
Yeah.
So TK, reverb is the easiest way to explain reverb is to say it's kind of like a little echo.
That's what a key light is.
It's
Okay.
reverberating sound, is what it is.
Yeah.
So a key light it lights the thing that's key in the scene is the other way to remember that.
Yes, but
yeah,
I was like, I didn't know what it was. Like, it's just a key light. But I was like, that makes no sense. That
It does.
is just like saying house car. That doesn't make. I know the two words. I know a key and a light.
What's a
but
house
together,
car?
I don't know. That's
Are you
what
talking
key
like a
light
mobile
is.
home?
I guess.
House
Yeah,
Carl.
that's true.
Well, yeah, that's a house. It's a house jarl. They're
Yeah.
sworn to,
House Jarl.
they're sworn to carry your burdens. It's true. All right, let's just check real quick because we've played around with the audio a little bit just to make sure everybody's matching because everybody was kind of loud at the beginning. So hi, Robin.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, Christine.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, Hayden.
Hello, 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 hello.
So let's drop you down 10% because I know I asked you to turn up, but now that everybody's down, let's have you match them.
Turn
Yeah,
up
that should
for
be better
what?
right there.
Oh, you're so good. Your voice is like butter.
Mwah.
Mwah.
So good every time.
Oh, actually, Ravenous Archon, if you're a lighting designer, I want you to take a look at that. Google or go on YouTube and look up made Elgato key light for $13. So basically, it's a guy who took the Elgato, like the $200 Elgato, like little key light, and he made one with an LED strip, some parchment paper, and aluminum foil for $13. That's like, it's not great, but it does the job about the same at a tenth of the price. Take a look at that. I'm curious what your thoughts of it are. Because I just bought some LED panels and I'm going to try to make one because I would like a little more lighting on one side of my face. But yeah, that's all I got to say. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we should chat about.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm still so stiff. Why am I so stiff?
I had to turn down a
For what?
massage for tomorrow because I have an appointment booked.
Mm-hmm.
I have a detail booked. My RMT texts me. She's like, "Oh, I had an opening for 12:30 tomorrow." I'm like, "Fuck! I wish I could go to that so bad."
I wish I could
I
do
need a
that.
massage. Oh, my
Yeah,
body hates
massages
me
are
right now.
great.
Yeah.
I haven't had one in so long. I've learned to give myself massages at the certain pressure points on my back.
You
lacrosse
should
ball.
You should go get one anyways because getting one from somebody else is.
I
lovely.
can't afford it.
Bing. I feel that. Like
That's the greatest thing for me is I get all my massages half price. So.
Yeah.
your business doesn't cover the whole thing.
Oh yeah, and I get the money back anyways. But
Oh, okay. I
no,
was
one,
about to
one,
say-
of,
let's see.
one of my oldest friends is my RMT,
Oh, that's pretty
and
rad.
Oh.
so her hour long massages are usually like $150,
Yep, that sounds about right.
Nice.
and I get them for half price.
Nice.
So There's
I'm
a big
looking
difference.
forward to all of this COVID crap being done and going and paying for a fancy massage, not like RMT, but just like one for the relaxation at a
Yeah.
spa. Because last
Yeah,
time I
that'd be
did that,
nice.
I had like a 2-hour long massage for my birthday,
Oh,
and I went out so limp.
It's true. She was a noodle for like 2 days.
It was
yeah.
great. And then I
could-
got sick.
I
I got so relaxed I got
I
sick.
can't go for the relaxing ones. I need because I have so many like chronic knots in my body. I'm like, they're like, I'm like, I need you to hurt I need you to hurt me because that's the only way that I'm gonna feel slightly better.
Oh,
and
see,
they
see,
just
see.
like they go in on my shoulder and they're like,
Oh,
"Are
yeah,
you
yeah.
okay?" I'm like, "I'm hurting, but this
No,
is gonna
like
feel
these are
great
still really trained
afterwards."
people.
Yeah.
And so like I am going in for the relaxation, but they do check what level of like
Yeah.
strength you want used. I'm like, just get those
to be
suckers
fair,
out.
over the years, you have become much tougher. When Christina and I first started dating, I would try to give her like a shoulder rub, and I'd put like minimal pressure. Like if I was like petting the dog with this pressure, he wouldn't even notice, and he'd start complaining. And then she'd be like, "Oh, it's hot," or "It's too hard," and now she's just like, "Meh, meh."
It's like, damn it, I'm
If it
paying for
can't-
hurt the more I expect to get it.
And that's kind of how she is now. She's like, if it can't bore through stone, I don't want it. And I'm like, she's,
Right?
no, you've gotten a lot tougher. It's really out. Cheers to you. Cheers to you.
Well, basically, up until that point, having never really gotten a shoulder rub. Yeah.
See, I don't like shoulder rubs because my neck is ticklish, and that is too close to my neck for people. I'm like, nope, no shoulder rubs, man. Go away. Unless you're like a massage therapist.
Well, how are you going to get that spot, though? Because I know you got that spot. Everybody has that spot. I have that spot.
The shoulder ones?
Yeah, that's what I get a massage. That's what they spend like half the massage on is that spot.
Bam, you got to work your way up to that. I'm just saying. Sorry, Art Hard was just saying in the chat that he has a surprisingly low... How tall are... We were just comparing height. I'm curious how tall Bam is.
But,
Bam,
like-
if you're my height, we should wrestle.
I find one of the worst areas is right along the inside edge of the scapula. Between that and the spine. That's where I get like a god-awful knot on my left side.
For me, it's all just right in here.
It's because you slouch.
Yeah, because I slouch. Yeah, because I slouch, which
Posture
today...
check.
Oh, God. Which...
Not really, Hayden. It's okay.
No, it was like genuinely I was gonna anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I slouch, so my neck gets really sore. That's why I get a bunch of migraines.
Yeah. Also, probably pollen.
My shoulder. I just felt my shoulder like go as I rolled it. I'm like, yeah,
Nice.
that's a sound.
Quality
That's a
sound.
Yep.
I have one of those big-ass black foam rollers.
Oh, Cal just redeemed posture check. I bought this. I went on this Kickstarter right now that's like a rocking back posture thing. Like it kind of looks like a car seat, but with nodules coming out of it.
I feel like that.
It looks like
So-
it'd be really painful.
It looks like it's going to be great. Sorry, I'm just reading that Ravnos Archon almost died walking around for 4 days with a burst appendix. Well, don't do that again.
What? How... But...
Sorry, I thought it was funny.
But if you had a burst appendix, don't you usually feel that?
I think so.
It
I think so. I
hurts.
think this is a
Like-
long...
Like, I know that incapacitates the majority of people when that happens.
See, the worst
Yep.
I've ever done is reset my own bone. That wins, Ravnos Archon. No, don't reset your own bone. It feels much worse the second time that it
The
goes.
worst pain that I've ever given myself was falling off my skateboard.
The most
Wait, you've never caught yourself in your
enjoyable.
zipper? Because come on, that's gotta be above that.
I never have. I've
Are
always
you
been
shitting?
so-
Never?
So careful.
Okay, the worst feeling is your kneecap dislocating and then relocating itself.
I've never done that. That's for sure.
It fucking sucks. I've done it 6
All
times.
right, Christine, but have you ever caught yourself in your zipper? No.
I mean, granted, I'm not counting boy part issues and pains.
Yeah, everybody with boy parts has been kicked or punched in the boy parts at one point.
Yeah,
How much
or like
did you
walk
deserve
into
it?
or like walk
How much
into
did
a door
I? A
handle or
couple of
something.
times, probably. But like, honestly, at a young age, it's usually that like, okay, just speaking generally, guys punch other guys in the dick, and like just
I've
for
never
fun,
understood that.
like until
Why?
about age like. I mean, depending on who you are, either age 12 or age 29. Like,
Yeah, see, like I've never punched anyone down there. Ever. Like I just never have.
It's
I've only
effective.
punched
And
one
we
person.
don't because we just get a serious amount of pain once a month. You know, as a reminder of the fact.
Little boys
Of
seem to think
original
it's hilarious. Like all my cousins used to do
My
that to
uterus is
themselves and
mad
to
I
their dads.
didn't get impregnated and it throws a tantrum. I love there's a stand-up
I'm gonna have to
comedy,
edit this
they
out
don't
because
want
this is just
great.
like this is just all content that nobody wants to listen to on YouTube. I'm sure.
No.
Yeah, the once a month when the uterus is like, I worked so hard for this, and you're throwing it
I
away.
decorated this womb. It was a womb with a view.
Yeah, basically.
Gallstones.
with a
Gallstones
view.
are awful. Actually, I was in like the ER all of Halloween this year because I
internally
thought
for
I
a
had
week
kidney
once.
stones. It turned out I'd just done something weird to my back.
So,
They gave me a lot
Trizzelta.
of morphine.
Also, speaking of the kneecap, I think the absolute worst one was when I was riding a bike, crashed into, like, it hit a drain, turned the wheel forcibly into the curb, caught my foot on the curb, and forcibly dislocated my kneecap. It didn't just happen, it forcibly happened. That was really not fun.
I broke my wrist horseback riding, then I got back on the horse, did some more riding, and then suddenly was like, I can't move this wrist anymore. I should probably get off and go to the hospital.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah,
Hello,
see,
Raid.
I've been very good at avoiding pain.
Saved by the raid.
Raid.
Saved by the raid.
Hi, Raid.
Yeah.
I am so glad you're here because we were just talking about. We were basically
We've
just
been
having
sharing
like
injury stories.
a
Yeah.
scar
Yeah.
check, and I'm just like, I'm done with this. Are you?
I
Okay.
yeeted downstairs the other day.
Okay, I'm getting nauseous. Can we get back to disemboweling bad guys? Well, you never know. They might be
Yes, we
making.
can.
They might be making out with bad guys. You can't tell them what to do. Wait, how did Ink and Liar go from rating with 14 to rating with 1?
I don't know.
Who fucking knows?
That's weird, but welcome. That's just kind of okay.
What one person was left behind? They're like, wait, guys, wait.
Was
for
it Kirk
me,
Cameron?
for
Because
the
I,
raid."
sorry. Someone's laughing at that joke, and it's none of you because you're all uncultured swine.
This is true.
I am indeed
incredibly
uncultured
uncultured.
Yep, same.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
told this regularly.
Okay, Nightwolf. Game time, game time, game time.
Nightwolf,
I mean,
are
I'm
you?
in that same camp. I just want to play.
Depends on what you consider cultured. In like an older definition, I'm really freaking cultured.
In a bacterial definition, Robin's particularly cultured. It's because you work with wine.
I work with beer and cider now.
Why is there beer in cider?
You can do both. I might do wine and cider.
Never mind.
Wine and beer together.
I mean, you could say that I was particularly cultured the other day because I was cleaning a moldy car.
Ew. All right, that's enough of that. There we go. Abyssal Icterus
Back
came
to
in with the back of
game.
your fridge is particularly cultured. I'm going to give you the point. That is 3 points to House Bard.
Whistle Icarus.
Yeah, that's
You're in House
Yeah.
Bard, according to, or you're in Helpful Hund.
Helpful.
Helpful Hund. what-
Passover time!
Or Mind Raven. Mind Raven. God damn, I want those logos so bad. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put that on my to-do list, then we'll get back to game. To-do number 5. Mike Mink Spell logos. Because we're gonna put those on t-shirts. Because I really want a Mind Raven shirt that kind of looks like the Stormcrow crow, but just holding a brain.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Mind Raven. It's so dumb. Oh, it's Wednesdays. Go watch our Wednesday game.
So, Jen just posted into the Dork Tales team chat
Yeah.
about Druid turns into a kangaroo. Cleric, that's such a cute animal form. Druid, thanks, it has pockets. I'm just like, yes!
All right.
So cute.
Find a way to see who would get sorted into what house. I mean, Trizzelta, you wanted to help me out with something. Like, start working on your own just kidding rolling test for me. And we'll put a little flash page up for who gets sorted into what Mink Spell house. Okay. So, folks, we're going to hop back into game right now. We're back at Rime of the Frostmaiden. It is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And we're probably going to go tonight until about 10 o'clock, 10:15 or so. That sound good to everybody? Because I got to go drop some stuff off at somebody's house after this.
Yep, yep.
Nice.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, because James needs a bunch of crap. Boop, 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 boop. And let's go to... No. What happened to the really cool one I had?
I hate it.
It's funny because it's made of ice, so it's cool. Ice to meet you.
Wow,
Nobody?
that joke is real cold.
What killed the dinosaurs?
He was met with a very chilling reception.
The Ice Age. Nobody? Oh, come on.
Quit.
Your humor is getting real chilly here.
Yeah, you kind of were you getting very frosty.
Hey,
Quit.
Hayden. Chill out. It's just a joke. There we go.
I just love the like slow pan up, just like no.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what this device did. Oh wait, no, I knew exactly what it did. I'm gonna spam the button. Spam the button!
What does Div Ice did?
No, that one just doesn't work.
No.
No.
Sorry, I don't know how to get it to
Oh,
go
is
back
it just
down.
stuck up now?
It's just
It is,
stuck.
it's the gear's frozen.
It's just this is what it
It
does.
is
Alright.
now.
Why couldn't anyone get a job under Oral? Because she had a hiring freeze. There, I fixed it, Trizalta, to make it game related. All right, our newest follower, Abyssal Icarus, just sad tromboned. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna let you be stream captain right now and call us back to game. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so once again, I'm gonna share that link if players want to hear sound effects.
Oh, yeah.
Because my
All the
broadcast just
FX.
stopped.
Yes, so we can
So-
just use that same link?
Use this one instead.
Okay.
It's coming in, boom, into the Zoom window. And so you can use that. The chat will still be able to hear it. Any of our viewers will still be able to hear it. But thank you. I appreciate that. I think it's a pretty good Arnie voice.
Ooh.
Okay. So you should be able to hear a little bit of wind howl.
Yes.
And like ice falling or something.
Yeah, that was for a second. I turned it off. And if it ever sounds too loud, please let me know. Because I used this soundboard the other night in the background, and one of the mooms got really loud. Like, it got like 30% louder than I wanted to, but I couldn't tell for some reason. But it only showed up on the recording that way. So,
Keep our ears open.
yeah, keep your ears open. Okay. All right. So with that, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome back to Rime of the Frostmaiden here on Dork Tales. As you continue your path north, you begin cutting across the treacherous lands of Solstice. Only a few minutes ago, you watched Oral take to the sky, flying toward Icewind Dale on the back of her immense rock. You hid, and as the rock soared into the night sky, it was many long moments with your breath hanging just at the edge of your teeth. And then she was out of sight. She'll probably be gone for a few hours, Phelan says. This is our time to actually make some progress around here without worrying about her.
Good point.
You said northwest?
Yes.
Then let's make haste.
Is it still because you said like we couldn't see 200 feet, but then you talked about the moonlight we can see. So is it like a clear night now?
As Oral flies away, the fog will once again begin drifting over.
So it'll be hard
You
to
can
when
see
she
in
comes
front of you on the island, but you cannot see beyond the island, Vistra. The island itself, you're getting the sense that it's... make me an int roll, actually.
No, no. Why? Why do you make Vistra roll an int roll?
Make me an int roll.
3. I don't add anything, so that's a
Okay.
3.
So you have a vague recollection of the island appears to have a number of jagged surfaces around it. Its edges are quite jagged, kind of like a fallen leaf. Enough that you get a sense of how you'll have to navigate through there. Now, there are 2 directions that you can go at this point. You can either go, well, I mean 3, you could try to go directly over the center mountain, the 600-foot tall one in front of you. Or you can do the wide angle down and around, or up and around. Who is leading this as you trudge through the snow? Although, I will say that those of you who stay near Katerina are finding the snow very easy to cross over.
I'm
Well, I mean, we
probably
could-
around the middle.
Yeah.
I'm probably fairly close to the front.
So which way do we go?
Well, I mean, we're kind of starting out. What is that? South.
We're on the
southeast?
southeast right now.
So it's like directly opposite. So it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter if we go like. Obviously, I don't think we should go up and over the mountain. So probably one of the ways around. But either way, it's probably about the same distance, I'm guessing.
So, which way should we go? Are any of you trackers? One of you is a druid, the other is some type of wild woman.
I'm okay
You're-
with tracking.
Seems like you're a master of all trades. Mistress.
All right, Kelly.
Of course,
Callie,
you're a
the
giant
polar bear
bear.
kind of just whines.
If we wait for a bit, I could cast Talk with Animals, and I could speak with Kelly for a second. If we want to wait another 10 minutes.
I don't want to wait another 10 minutes. I want to start going. Oh, we have a limited window.
All right, Kelly, just start walking somewhere. We'll follow you. Use your bear
Okay.
sense.
So what am I looking for?
Well, you'll have to figure out which direction to go. Although, I have to be honest, make me a survival roll.
Okay.
I'll
Yes,
let
Liz.
her resolve that roll.
Sure.
24.
24. Honestly, looking around, you're not sure which way is preferable. Looking around, there are no tracks in the ground. The snow has been blown and buffeted around too much. The only tracks here are the ones that you're leaving behind you. Any other that would have been here even an hour ago are completely buried. You know that heading directly across as the crow flies, there are probably some defenses on that mountain. Even if not, 600 feet is a long way. The air currents up there might be dangerous if you shift into anything smaller than a giant eagle. And then you'd still have to carry everybody else, and if you slipped up, dropping one of them... Honestly, it's a coin toss. You can go down and around or up and around.
Okay, weren't we gonna go to, like, the ship first and get the thing?
Which is at the top
Yeah, it's
northwest
northeast.
corner of the island.
Okay.
West.
She's gonna head that way then.
So, like I'm saying, you can go down and around or up and around. Either way, you have to go around the center mountain.
Oh. Like,
Okay.
The mountain's in the middle.
Yeah,
We're at
down-
one
yeah.
corner. It's at the directly opposite corner. We have to go either around the mountain, but whether up or down.
You are here.
okay, well, why the fuck would we climb a fucking mountain that's gonna be even longer than going around the edge?
Yes, but there's going like around the north end or going around the south.
You
of
have
the-
to go
the
one way or
mountain.
the other. Which way are you going? This is what this last 5 minutes has been about.
Okay, I was kind of like, why are we talking about climbing a fucking mountain?
We're not. We're not.
We're not.
just figuring if you rolled a survival roll, that could maybe give us a better direction to go of like around to the north or around to the south.
Okay, well, based on my 24, does either one seem more viable?
They honestly seem
Or
about
absolutely
the
equal.
I just said it seems like a coin toss.
Okay. Well, sorry, I'm trying to get the information and it's not clear, so that's why I'm trying to clarify. Let's go to our right.
Okay, so up and along the way.
Yeah. Callie's gonna start heading that way then.
Okay.
You guys cannot get angry at me if this turned out to be a bad decision.
Nope. This was
You
fine.
guys shirked the decision.
Nah, you're the
I-
you're the leader. I don't care. I rolled a 3 to figure this out.
I am
so
not
I
the
was-
leader.
I was going to suggest I could send Tibbs forward if someone's willing to let me hold on to their shoulder.
Yeah, you can.
Callie's gonna kind of sit back on her haunches and go, big bear shrug.
Let's just
Yeah, I'd
go.
like to send Tibbs ahead of us
Sounds good.
and have them moving ahead of us and like looking through.
Scouting and doing cool stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so then you can walk when you're like using
Yeah.
tubes.
I just
Okay.
I can't see or hear through Lysithian.
Yeah.
I can only see and hear through my familiar.
So Cat will keep you upright
Okay, cool.
and safe while you're doing that.
Well, I will hold on to Katerina's shoulder,
Okay.
and look through Tibbs's eyes and send him forward.
Okay. Can you do
Then
me a
I
favor
guess-
and make me a stealth roll for Tibbs?
Sure.
I'll probably then be at the back if Callie's in the front, and then Cat
Sure.
and Lysithian and Cat are in the middle, and then Valen's probably behind them, and then I'll be at the back.
Okay.
I'm just getting its modifier. Hold on. So this would be hacking decks. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be 11.
11? Okay. Tibbs manages to make his way up to the north, around the eastern side of the mountain. As it begins to swing around, can you make me a perception roll for Tibbs?
It's going to be gonna be 13.
13. Tibbs manages to scoot ahead, moving faster than you at a full run, kind of bobbing, a little white jumping fox, leaving little trails through the snow as he bobs up and down with little hops. He works his way around, gets a good 100 meters in front of you, and then pauses in the snow. Looking over toward the side of the mountain, you are going to see through his eyes, Lysithian. And there on the side of the mountain, atop a slight ridge, are 7 shallow caves. And as Tibbs looks up, can you make me a perception roll? You use his senses entirely, right?
Yeah.
So you roll with advantage, please.
Okay. That's going to be. That was a perception.
Perception.
21.
You are going to smell the unmistakable scent of Yeti fur.
Hey. I can smell Yetis. Tibbs smells Yetis.
Okay, so we want to be quiet.
There are 7 caves up that way. And I'll point to where approximately I kind of feel like Tibbs is, like still
Okay.
looking through Tibbs's eyes.
That's fair.
Around that way. I can't hear you guys if you're saying anything to me, so
Yep.
Um,
Lysithian if we need them to pop bank. Do we want to be stealthy?
That's probably a good idea, yeah.
Yeah, because
If we can avoid Yetis, that would be optimal.
can I remember? Can I make some sort of roll to figure out? Remember if like Yetis, how good their sense of smell is?
You can make me a nature roll, yeah.
Nature. Okay, that's better. I add. No, I don't add anything to nature. That's 11.
11. They're very hard to see in the snow. Their fur blends right in, making them natural predators of this environment.
Can I actually roll any perception on smell? Because I have advantage on that.
Sure.
Now that
You-
Lysithian has said about it, can I
Yes, you may.
also scent?
So go ahead, roll with advantage. It's going to be a little bit higher difficulty for you because you are much further away, but
Okay, so what the hell do I add? 18.
You'll catch just the barest hint of the musk of a yeti on the wind. But not just one. It blurs together. There are more than probably a couple. Maybe a family. This is Yeti country.
Callie's gonna clear the snow for a moment and write with a claw. More than one couple.
Kat is going to basically prep her crossbow at this point. So she's just gonna have that. She's gonna be holding that in front of her, loaded, ready to fire.
Kelly, where can you point with your nose about where did you smell them? Like, were they smelled by the caves or that Lysithian mentioned, or?
Seems
Just
ballpark
on
like
the
that's where
wind.
they're coming from, Callie.
Callie's gonna kind of shrug and be like, wind direction is blah.
Fine, fair. I just didn't know if they're like you smelling them behind us or something. Like they're coming up for a snake attack. But if they're smelling it kind of forward with the wind, then that's fine. We just have to be quiet.
The one benefit
Make it
is that we're downwind, right? That matters.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's just keep quiet, I guess, and try and move past.
Yeah.
All right. With that, I'd like everyone to make me a stealth roll.
I'm gonna
Am
write
I making it for Lysithian?
Yes.
Oh, such a-
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that 4. That's much better.
I'm gonna actually let's see.
The polar bear got 18.
I got 24.
And I'm gonna spend my determination.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my determination into it, which is gonna make it 14.
18 with my determination.
Okay. 14, 18. One moment. Okay. Well, Tibbs is definitely good to go.
Yeah.
Okay. As you begin to make your way around the side, how close are you getting to this? How much distance are you giving these caves versus and also don't forget that there is a map that you can refer to.
Oh, okay, so those are
Yeah, so
the
just
little caves? Okay.
yeah. So how much of a distance are you giving here? Now each one of these squares is 200 feet, so you are traveling quite a bit of ground here. So this map looks like it is. Let me just do quick math. So from one ship to the other is
About a
5,000 feet,
Oof.
Just,
and
yeah.
that's a straight line too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from one side to the other. So to get all the way over there is going to be, I guess it's about a mile and a half around because of I think isn't a mile 5,000 feet?
A mile is 5,280 feet.
Cool. So it is a mile and a half as you are arcing around to get there through the snow.
I think Callie's gonna try and be careful and give as much of a breadth as she can without falling into that looks like a little crevasse or a mountain.
There are little hills and embankments.
Little hills?
Yeah.
So she'll try and skirt around it so you're not climbing up, but still stay far enough away from
Yeah.
everything to try and minimize the chance that they'll notice us.
That's fair. As you make your way around, you'll crouch low. And as you move north, you'll hear a bit of motion coming all around you. Snow cascading down the sides of that central mountain. The sound of your own footsteps echoing. The sound of creaking ice. And there, in the distance, from the edge of those caves, An occasional yell, a roar suddenly cuts through the darkness. And another answers. And nothing happens. It sounds like Yetis screaming, but they appear to be having a disagreement, arguing perhaps over some food. As you're wandering nearby, suddenly, whoosh, you will hear as something flies through the air and bounces a good 100 feet in front of you and to the left. It is the skinned and bloodied skull of a walrus. Looks like it was
100 feet in front of us?
kind of over in front of you and to the left. Looks like it was thrown directly out of one of the cages or the caves.
But not like close enough to be like a warning, like more like a warning shot, or like a just discarded throwing argument.
You're not 100% sure. You can make me an insight roll.
I would love to make an insight roll.
I would love you to. Do it.
I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna telepathically tell Tibbs to come back, and I'm gonna pop out of Tibbs.
Okay. Tibbs is
That's
going
gonna
to
be...
bounce and trounce back toward you and is going to climb up on you and curl around your neck again.
As a fox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
You got a fox scarf.
I do.
It's fox
It's-
fur.
It's preheated.
It is preheated. What'd you get,
Yes,
Vistra?
baby.
Dirt 20.
You think it was like a discarded beer can. All of the meat has been sucked off. You can see it so clearly with your vision. With your eagle eyes, you can see every nook, cranny, and bite mark that has rended the flesh off of this walrus's face. Even the brains have been sucked out.
Don't think they saw us. I think it's just coincidence, but let's try and not make a disturbance as much as possible.
Probably the best idea.
Let's just keep going and try not make any sound.
Sure. Sounds easy enough.
Yep, let's go.
You continue to make your way north. Another few 100 feet pass. The winds howl. Slows. It's still freezing here, but the area in front of you seems a bit less full of snow. Well, the air is not so blanketed. Through the blowing snow, you see a grand assembly of ice sculptures across a snowy field at the foot of the mountain at the center of the island. Closer examination reveals the sculptures are completely faithful to their subjects. Bears, elk, saber-toothed tigers, wolves, yeti, remorases, white dragons, and other creatures of the north. No mortal hand could have made something this beautiful. Vistra, even so, can you make me a wisdom save, please?
Oh, that's not a good thing to do for me. Natural 20.
Okay. As you are heading forward, looking at this wondrous, it almost looks like a Zen garden of frozen sculptures. And as you turn, you will suddenly be confronted with one that you didn't see until just now. In fact, it was more of a hill than anything. But as you turn around, a white dragon is looking directly at you. And for a moment you think it's real. That terror, that phobia that you've developed wells up in your chest. It's a sculpture. Flawless. Perfect. What do you do?
I don't like dragons. Vistra's gonna like back away. Like doop, doop, doop. And like she's like wanting to go and smash it with her axe, but she knows it's probably not a good idea. But she's like,
Then what's the worst that could happen?
oh, I'm sure there's consequences. This is a weird, freaky gun. I don't like this, guys. This is a dragon. I don't like dragons. They
Yeah, I
scare me.
know. You're a bit of a piss baby around them.
I'm sorry. I've iced them twice. One blew my arm off.
I wasn't judging, I was just stating a fact.
Oh, okay. If you just call me a piece baby, I was like, what?
I was just stating a fact. I can send Tibbs up to check it out. I'd rather he doesn't get destroyed again, because I don't feel
No,
like
it's-
resummoning him, but...
It's okay.
He feels the feeling is mutual. You feel that in your head. Lysithian.
I'll just scritch him.
No, it's fine. It just spooked me. I'll turn around and... Bleh.
If it's just a, If it's just a statue, I don't think we have anything to worry about. So,
Hopefully it's
I
just a
say...
statue.
I say we avoid these caves, and we avoid this garden, and we head as close as we can towards the docks like we wanted to.
Do you think she
Polar
made
bear
these?
head will loom over you all and snuffle.
Do you think she made these, or
Who
they were
could
here
say?
before?
I don't know. Possibly. Goddesses can probably get bored too.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't
Oh.
be surprised.
Let's keep going.
How long have we been walking?
A while.
Now?
At least an hour. Yeah, lead the way, faithful steed. She says down at you, Callie. Can you make me another survival roll, Callie?
Vistra like scritches Callie's ears.
18.
18?
That's your number for tonight.
You continue
Well,
meandering
with the polar
your
bear,
way
it's
north.
flat. No bonus.
You continue meandering your way north, figuring that it's probably better to hit the corner and then buff it over rather than try to do an arc and hope that you're doing it right. It'll add a little bit of a waste to your trip, but it'll be precise. And precision in this type of environment is key. You continue to trudge north, and soon enough, actually, you'll find
Actually, I
yourself...
was wrong. It was 21. Sorry.
Okay, well, that's still good. Soon enough, you'll find yourself at the edge of one of these cliffs, looking out into the brief, only 200-foot gap between the cliff walls and the edge of the Island of Solstice. However, from here, you can see directly beneath you, just down a 50-foot embankment, a ship. It's half submerged, but half of it is embedded on the frozen rocks beneath you. It doesn't look particularly new, but who knows what type of secrets it could have inside? What treasures? You can continue on if you'd like, or you could take a brief respite and search it. Depends.
Allie's gonna nudge the others and look at it. Kind of point it out.
Do you want to give me a few minutes and I can poof up detect magic as we walk?
Callie's gonna
sure.
write out curious.
Okay. I will.
It's kind of close. Like
Oh, hush. I'm gonna pull out my spell book and start just kind of muttering and casting under my breath.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking what was in this one, because it's randomized whichever one you go to. And I'll just put a little check mark next to that. Sounds good. Lysithian, you continue walking toward the cliff face, looking around. What's the range on detect magic?
Let me double check that for you.
Because it's a 50-foot drop to the water unless you decide to start climbing down.
It is 30. It's 30 feet from myself.
Okay, so you'd have to climb down closer to the water anyway. Now, there is a ridged embankment along the base of the cliff, so you don't actually have to dip directly into the water. The cliff face kind of goes down, but there is kind of like a little bit of floating ice at the bottom. that should be able to support your weight, I'm going to say. And then you'll...
Cat was going to go down as well.
Okay. So what I'd like is you can either just take 20 to climb down. Like, take a full, 15 minutes to climb down the 50 feet. Or you can do it faster with a roll.
I'm gonna take my heckin' time because
Okay,
I
that sounds
don't
good.
have anything.
Who else is going down? Anybody?
I will do it with a roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it.
Okay, sure, if you'd like to. Go ahead.
That's athletics.
Yes, it is.
19.
Okay.
17.
17, okay. So Lysithian, they're going to make it down at about half the time that you do. Just kind of hacking and rappelling down. You're going to take your time and actually put the pittons in. Actually make sure that the ice wall is good enough that you can probably climb up quickly again.
Yeah.
But you will make it down safely. Now, as you are down there a few minutes before Lysithian reaches there, you are going to hear the sound of lapping water as this island floats gently in the middle of the frozen ocean. What are you looking for? What are you looking at? Are you trying to reach the ship? You might be able to make your way over to it by jumping on some of these ice floes.
Acrobatics check?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna use a different dice, actually.
Wait,
Ooh.
Callie's gonna carefully climb down the ice wall too.
As a polar bear?
Yep.
26.
Now it's a pretty steep
sorry.
cliff face.
Athletics is strength based, isn't it?
You know what? Sure, I guess. Let's try it. Let's do it.
Polar bears have strength.
But do they have ways of climbing? I mean, I guess.
I mean, have you seen some of the places where apparently they put their nests over hibernation period?
Nest? Okay. All right, sure.
They come sliding down on their asses later.
Okay.
True.
Well, just don't
It's
don't
quite
fail
cute.
this.
21.
Okay.
Polar bears have 20 strength.
Valen is gonna borrow some of your climbing gear and take her time with Lysithian, because Mama didn't raise no fool.
I got a 26 on my acrobatics.
Okay, so you're going to be able to jump from 1 to 1, and eventually you are going to make your way to the bow of the ship, which is cracked in half. Most of this boat is entirely underwater. It looks like it was a merchant vessel from Luskan, probably. Ooh, this style of boat? You remember this from your childhood. Seeing it in the ports and moving around Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
This looks quite
This-
old.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate it. I guess I'm not really too concerned about the water because I can press the digitation myself dry, so.
True. All right, make me an investigation roll. Vistra, you're there as well. So what are you doing?
Oh, I was gonna say I haven't rolled to do acrobatics yet. I was wondering what else other way did it look like, if there's any other option to get to the ship.
You could just swim it.
Would I take a lot of...
You're resistant to cold.
Okay, cool. I will swim then.
Okay, so leaping
Yeah.
into the frigid water, you will begin swimming over.
Callie's gonna snuffle at the water and see how it feels to the polar bear.
It feels frickin' cold, but I'm gonna say you're a polar bear. It's gonna be fine.
Okay, she's gonna swim as well. And then
It's not in the rules, but let's be fair. You did bring up a good point. You are a polar bear. This is literally how they survive.
Yep.
If you were a bird and I said you couldn't fly because the rules didn't say so, I'd feel like a jerk. Right?
Yeah.
Paddle, paddle,
well-
paddle. Shake, shake, shake.
Well, I don't know if a bird can do that. It's not in the rules. I may have seen a couple of birds do that before, but you know. So you are going to swim over, meeting Katerina as she is there on the ship. Now, here's the deal, folks. What I can do is I rolled to see what was on this ship. We can keep my roll, or one of you can roll, and we can use that.
Is your role interesting?
In a way.
I mean, I liked your reaction when you rolled it.
Then fine. Then we'll
Yeah.
use my roll.
Let's go Kelly's roll.
Are we thinking Kelly's roll?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm fine with
All
that.
right.
All
And
right.
I'll have detect magic up. So by the time.
And I got
Sounds
a
good.
dirty
Let's hope
20
we
for
don't
investigation.
Okay. So as you reach the side of the boat, you will see that this thing is heavily damaged. And so much so that as you look around in it, you are going to have this awful disappointment well up in your chest. Great. What a waste. It's going to take you a half hour between finding this and getting back up. All of this time you wasted for nothing. There's nothing that could have survived here. Half of it's underwater, and the way this ship hit the side of the iceberg, there's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. And then you'll see a dark shape. A shadow begin to float up from the destroyed center of the ship. It's large. Very large. Very, very large. As big as an elephant, and it's coming your way. What do you do?
Acrobatics off onto an ice floe.
Okay, make me that.
I will gladly do that thing.
Vistra's just gonna get her great axe out. Prepare to attack whatever jumps at her.
I got a 19 on the acrobatics, and once I land, I'm going to have my crossbow out and prepare it as well.
I guess, you know what, I'm going to step that back. It's going to be a small elephant. It's going to be like more like a bull-sized, but like a big bull. Okay, you're going to pull your crossbow ready. You're going to get your axe ready. Callie, this thing starts to emerge forward, and then suddenly, you will see the fuzzy whiskers and long, sharp tusks of an adult walrus. It tilts its head at you, looks at your crossbow. Well, there's no need for that.
Hell yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you. Are you all...
She'll drop
Questioning
drop her
growl roar
crossbow.
sound.
Hello. Good.
I guess...
Hi.
Good,
hello.
good day.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
We were
and-
just exploring the wreck.
Ah,
wondering if there's
adventurers!
anything- Yeah.
I love coming in contact with adventurers. There are so
Do you
few
get
that
many?
make it to this island. Wait, sorry? I'm sorry?
I said, do you get many?
Oh, not terribly.
Yeah, we saw this wreck and figured, oh, we'll come check it out, and I recognized the design from my childhood from like 100 some odd years ago.
Yes, the design is quite
quite old.
quite intriguing. But I'm afraid this one is not particularly useful to you. The only thing inside of it is this this necklace. And with this, the walrus will kind of stick his head a bit out of the water, and you will see that he is wearing a. It looks kind of like a necklace on him, but you'll see that it is a long, thick cord tied around a potion, dangling from his neck.
Allie's gonna get down and kind of, you know that picture of the dog reaching down to the goldfish, looking like they're gonna snoop boop.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of do that and be like,
Hello.
and get a closer look.
We're not going to
What's
have
her
any
name?
trouble, are we, with your pet?
No, she's a person.
No, she's our halfling.
Yeah,
I don't.
she's a druid.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Big toothy bear grin.
What's your name? I'm Vistra.
I don't have a name. I'm just a walrus.
Wally? How
Sure.
do you like Wally?
Woolly or Wally? I can't understand
Wally.
your accent.
Yes, a lot of people say that.
Wally?
Wally.
Yes, the first one.
Ah. Oh, you poor creature. You seem to have frozen.
Unfortunately, that's just my face.
As you are approaching, can you do me a favor? Looking at the thing around his neck, your detect magic is going to flash on. Make me an Arcana roll.
Absolutely. Okay. That's going to be that's going to be 17.
That is a potion with what looks like an abjuration effect on it. Probably a resistance potion. Given the color and the way that it kind of glows with a soft blue light around his neck, you think it might be a potion of resist cold.
Excuse me, Mr. Wally, was it?
Apparently so.
I suppose so. Would you mind if I take a look at your necklace a little bit closer?
Oh,
From my studies, it seems to be more of a potion that we adventurers
Oh,
use
I say,
quite
that
often.
wouldn't be useful for me at all. Here, and he'll swim over to you. And will pop up and kind of bend his head over toward you.
Thank you very much, and I'll take it.
Yes, well, hopefully it'll be some use to you then.
It definitely will be. I very much appreciate it.
Hallie's gonna rummage in like her bag that's turned into a saddle bag and see if she can pull out the fabric doll with an angry expression that she has, and offer that to him.
Oh, this is lovely.
Who woke you up?
It was quite a while ago. I believe it was a, one like your friend here. Not a polar bear, but a druid.
Do you know Anger Jake?
Yes, Angerjack is a friend of mine.
Oh, yeah?
Of course, Angerjack is a friend of everyone. All of the sea creatures love him.
That's right.
I remember very scant moments of dealing with I believe a human woman, perhaps a half-elf. My recollection is hazy. It had 2 legs and it was about the same height. I forget the name. It started with a rhotic sound. Ravison. Her name was Ravison.
That's the same name as the other.
Bingo.
Yeah. Well, it seems that that druid was making the rounds. We've met other
Yeah.
creatures who have been awoken by them.
She was quite pleasant to me.
She's been busy.
Well, I suppose so. Well, I should be going. Good luck. The next ship is quite interesting, but do be careful.
Interesting how?
Well, there are some creatures inside. But, I never get close enough to see what they are. Figures moving in the night. But each of these wrecks has something interesting. In fact, I can't remember which one it was, but there was one that had... Oh, it had to be at least 6 giant oysters. And if you've ever seen them when they feed... Whew, well, a pearl. The size of... your skull. He gestures over at you, Vistra.
I'll look at Valen. It's like, does that sound like what you're looking for?
It sounds valuable. But no,
Very
that's not
good.
what I'm looking for. Did you see a ship that crashed recently? Yes, yes, there was another shipwreck. I believe, the newest one is, 2 shipwrecks away. Not the next one, but the next one. If you are going, around like the moon. Thank you. Did you
Sounds
find
good.
anything inside of it? I haven't scouted it. I'm sorry. Lady with the fire hair. Tall
Which
lady
one?
with the tall one.
Mm-hmm.
You were speaking.
I assume he's referring to Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes?
You were speaking?
No, I was just gonna say, well, shall we head on over to find it then?
Ta-ta! Be well!
It was great to meet you.
Hallie kind of sits up on her haunches and waves one polar bear hand.
All right,
It
it
was
waves
very
goodbye.
nice to meet you.
Yes, thank you! And swims away.
Alright, I no longer have a fabric doll with an angry expression.
Just try to get rid of that.
I was just like, well, I mean, he's giving up his necklace. Maybe he'd like something in return. Something
Yeah.
cool.
Why no? I was like looking through them, like, well, I gave my beer to the whale, so I don't have anything else to give.
All right. What do you do now?
I guess
Now-
head back up the wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
would that be faster, I'm assuming, than like trudging along this kind of edge?
It's not perfect enough to do that.
Okay. Yeah, back up then.
All right.
Yeah, why not?
Heading back up the wall. So Lysithian, using the path that you made, you and Valen will be able to climb it in about 10 or 12 minutes, just normal speed.
I got a 15 on athletics.
Okay. So you can do it slowly but surely.
22.
23.
Okay. It takes about 10 minutes, but you can all make it back up, going at a reasonable pace. At the top, you once again begin trudging, continuing along the edge. I'd like a survival roll from Callie, please, if you're leading everyone.
Uh, 18.
18.
Sorry, I was trying to find the right thing on the sheet.
You'll continue working your way across. The cold reaches out to you as you move. And soon enough, you'll find yourself at another spoke. This one, the most northernly, just a bit to the west. You can see over the edge that down in the water, just a bit further offshore on this one, is another wreck, propped up on rocks like a ship in a bottle. This one appears to be, it's a bit further from shore, but completely, except for the very bottom, above water.
Yeah, but this one had the monsters or something, creatures.
Something in it.
Well,
What do you-
what do we think? Do we want to stop or do we want to just keep going?
I mean, if there's something there and they said movement in the night, probably have taken everything in that ship, I guess. Unless they're using it for shelter. Really didn't clarify that with Wally. But either
We should
some
probably
stuff-
check it out anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
I'm
sure?
down.
Kelly,
Yes.
how long has it been since we started
Yeah.
moving?
That's
About 2 hours now.
Okay.
Ooh, two and a half. We'll say 2.5 because
Okay.
you did do the half hour up and down.
Okay, so I've got an hour and a half left in this wild shape.
Okay.
And then, yeah, because basically our knowledge is that we have a few hours of safety from oral. So we want to keep
Hmm.
that in mind.
It's a good point.
Yeah, that's my only concern is that she's going to come back at some point. And then it gets much more difficult.
We check out the shipwreck that is most likely Ness's, is what I vote.
If we have time, yeah.
Yeah.
We
what
need
do
to get there. We can't waste our time with other boats.
Yeah.
So we're not going down to this one.
Oh,
Don't think we should.
I don't
think
think
we should
so.
go
We
to the
spent
most
enough
recent
time.
one.
I agree.
All right. Let's go.
Oh.
Hold on
Plus-
1 second, though. Let's just confirm something. Agreed? Go take a look, she says to the owl on her shoulder, which takes flight. It circles around the boat once. Okay. And as Valen is standing there, her eyes are going to fog over white for a moment. There's something in the deep. Something moving around in the water. Horrible. Horrible little monsters. Human-sized. A bit larger. I can't get a good look, but I can see them moving. There's something inside of the ship. Gold. It's glittering gold. In a large cauldron. That's all I can see. Maybe later.
Yeah, let's do what we came here to do, and
Get in,
and
get
then
out.
and then
Plus,
we'll
a
deal with
fight
things
will
later.
just make us weaker for whatever you know what we're gonna face. Weakening us now at the beginning is probably not the smartest plan. We need to be strong for if the Frostmaiden comes back and sees us, and we need to keep our wits about us.
Then let's keep going. You continue over to the west, making your way slowly but surely along the edge and down, heading south. Again, in front of you, you'll see another one of these gardens, these ice sculpture pavilions. Once again, Vistra, the leering face of a white dragon looms down at you. And I want you to make me another wisdom save.
I figured that.
Can I give her my inspiration?
You may, sure.
Oh, thank you. You know what? That was probably good because one was a 6, so I don't, and I add 1 to that. But the next one was an 11, so that's gonna be 12 total.
12 total. Okay.
Yep.
You are irrationally angry and are very mad at this thing.
Okay. I will make a swing at it.
Sure. Are you going to?
If it feels like that I am
Sure.
irrationally mad at it,
make me an attack roll.
will Make an attack roll at it.
Here we go.
Yup, here we go. Just a 26 hit?
A 26 hits. This dragon leers in front of you, staring you down with cold eyes like diamonds. And as it does, you raise your axe and slam it directly between its eyes, running a crack up the entire body. The head snaps open and falls to the ground. The ice shatters. The body the body stays there, motionless. Suddenly, as you do that, the snow begins to swirl around you. Nearby, just a few feet away from each of you, it begins to crystallize. An ice sculpture forms directly in front of you. It's a woman, nearly 7 feet tall, made of glittering snow and ice. Vistra, you've never seen this woman before, but she is familiar as the face of your mother. And all of you will recognize her voice. "Defilers!" Auril says, pointing a finger at you. She points a finger directly at you, Vistra. You will automatically succeed this roll. But you will feel a chill run down your spine. Defilers! You are on my island. I will find you, and I will add you to my garden of death. Gorgov, punish them, she says, and then dissolves into snow. But in the distance, you will hear something getting closer. And can I get an initiative roll off of everybody, please?
You sure can.
All right.
It'll be 17.
17.
You and
your issues, Vistra.
I know,
Jeez.
it's so good though.
Oh man, that's a kind of poopy initiative.
I'll ask for just a second. Also, hello, Dungeon Knights. Good to see you there, buddy. It's been a while.
And that's with I get advantage on initiative, and I still rolled that.
Okay, there we go. Yay, I pulled up the stats. That took way too long. Okay, so going down the initiative list, let us go ahead. Who has above a 17?
21.
21? Okay.
Me too, nat 20.
Cat is first. So you had a 21 as well?
No, I 20.
Okay.
You asked for above 17, so.
Okay, so that's going to be Callie. Anybody get above 15? Okay. You are going to hear this coming, so you are not going to be surprised. All right, Vistra, what'd you get?
12.
Okay, what'd you get, Lysithian?
17.
So was that?
17.
Okay,
Sorry, speaking way off mic.
that's fair. All right, so it's going to go Cat, Callie, Thing, Lysithian, Vistra, and then Valen rolled a big fat 1. All right.
Nice.
And as... There we go. Let's get some of that running. You're going to hear an explosion of ice behind you as something emerges from the edge of the cliff face. Ice begins to fall. Snow begins to cascade as this immense, huge monstrosity explodes out of the ice like a rampaging gorilla, slamming its hands into the ice, roaring to the air. A Yeti. The largest Yeti you've ever seen in your life. One might even call it abominable. It roars and charges. Cat, it is your turn. What do you do? This thing is about 30 feet from you when you see it.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Bard College feature to use my Bardic Inspiration dice to give it a negative on a save.
Okay.
So I will start by rolling that. That's going to be a -8 to your con save.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Shatter at a 4th level on this thing.
Damn! Just popping off.
Just popping off. Yeah.
So I have a minus what?
You have a -8.
All right. Here we go. What do I need for this?
You need a 16.
Okay. That's going to be a hit. Roll me.
All right, here we go. All right, so as this thing pops up and she turns around and sees it, she's like, "Oh, hell no, you ugly bastard. It's time to get thunderstruck." Poof. And she is going to hit it with that plus that plus that plus that plus that for 34 thunder damage.
And you're rolling d8s, right?
I'm rolling d8s.
Okay.
I got 3 8s on that. Out
So
of
how much damage?
34 total. So I
Okay.
got 3 8s and 2 5s.
It is going to... Good hit. Solid hit. All right, as you slam, thunder damage is going to strike, and you are going to hear an explosion of snow and ice, and a cascade of an avalanche is going to begin to fall behind this, and instead this thing looks up at you and locks eyes with you and snarls and is going to lunge forward. Callie, it's your turn. It's going to charge you, focused directly at Katerina.
Okay. Callie's gonna attack as well as
Okay.
the polar bear. Gonna do that rear up of the polar bear. Now, how large is this thing? Is it like large
It is
creature?
literally huge. So
Oh,
huge
so
is
it's
the
a
size
huge
of,
size class.
Huge is above large.
Okay. Well, Callie's gonna rear up and go for it.
All right.
Multi-attack.
So huge is a 15 by 15 square usually. So like a fire giant.
Jeebus.
Yeah. It's a Yeti that lifts.
Okay, so that is a dirty 20 for the bite
That'll hit.
and 26 for the claws.
That'll hit. Roll me damage.
Okay, that is.
Okay, so you're going to close the distance, basically meeting it about 15 feet as it's coming closer.
27 points of damage.
27 points of damage is a damn good hit. You are going to rend deep ruts into its flesh with your claws. Your bite connects and pulls back, and as it does, it tastes mangy and frozen as you pull back, and it is going to snarl as you look at it. Do you have anything else that you can do with your action? Do you have a bonus action?
No, but I do have a 40-foot speed, so I think I'm gonna kind of like move away.
Okay, it'll get a free attack if you do.
Oh shit.
Actually, yeah, it will.
Okay.
Okay. So are you doing that? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I'll stay because I guess I'll
Okay.
get attacked either way. So.
Okay, I'm going to spend a hurt them more to start off my round like this. You slam into it. It turns and looks at your allies. Katerina, how close were you to? Actually, everybody was within 15 feet of Katerina because of the speed bonuses.
Yeah, and I was 30 feet away from the Yeti.
That is perfect. The Yeti is going to turn at you and is going to roar again as it opens its mouth and unleashes a blast of frigid, cold air. I need all of you to make me a Constitution save. Oh God, Valen.
18.
Nat 20.
Me too?
Yeah,
Yeah. Alright, that's 21.
you're not immune.
That's true. 21.
22.
Oh, damn. Okay, so Valen failed, but hey, that's fine.
I got 23 after my bonuses, but nat 20, yeah.
Okay, each of you is going to take 21 points of cold damage. Vistra, you will take 10. As this breath surges into you, Velen is going to take much more than that. She's going to take 43, and is definitely beyond bloodied as she tries to hole herself up inside of her cloak as this cold begins to pelt you all. So that was my hurt them more. At this point, it is going to target Katerina with this. I need you to make me another con save.
Coming up. That's gonna be a 14.
All right. That's not enough.
Oh no!
Okay, so
Hurt me more.
that is going to be. You're gonna take 23 points of cold damage and are paralyzed for 1 minute.
Oh no!
You may redo the saving throw at the end of your turns, ending the effect on a success.
Okay.
And if you succeed, you're immune to this for an hour. It will do that. It locks eyes with you, and you will feel the cold begin to work its way into your veins, and then it's going to snap its head back at Callie and is going to come at you with 2 claw attacks. Okay, that one is a miss, but one is probably a hit with a 20. Oh, actually, what's your AC?
12.
That is 2 hits.
It's a bear.
Okay, so the first one is going to deal 17 points of damage, and the second is going to deal an additional 15 points of damage with slashing. Hold on, though, because the first one is actually going... so, 17, and then 15, and then 9 and 10 points of cold damage on top of that. So the first one's going to be 26 points of cold damage, or pardon me, 26 points of cold damage. The second one is going to be 24. Or, pardon
Okay.
me. I said cold damage.
You keep giving me numbers while I'm trying to count.
So
So I've gotten the 17 and the 15 down.
Okay, then add another 19 cold damage.
Okay.
Okay. And that is the Yeti's turn. As he scratches you twice, you feel these rending claws begin to freeze your blood in your veins. Are you still up as a polar bear?
No, I am back to a halfling.
Okay. He slams you back down so hard that he basically, like, grabs Callie and rips and you'll see bits of polar bear flesh explode as she shrinks back down into a halfling, almost as if he tore the skin right off of her. Lysithian, you are up. This is directly in front of you. What do you do?
That, I'm going to... Oh god, what even spells do I have? What are spells? I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at it.
Okay.
And fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm just going to launch this orb at it.
All right, make me a roll.
Yeet. Do better, you asshole. It's gonna be 9. I rolled a 2.
Did you roll a 2? Does anybody have inspiration?
I'll give them mine.
Oh,
Okay.
fucking dip. Thanks, fam.
Here comes the 1.
No, that's actually gonna be 21.
21. That's a hit. Roll me damage.
Dip. That's gonna be 4d8.
I don't like that.
I do.
Well, I'm in this game too, guys.
All right. Let's fucking go for it. 22, 23, 24, 25. 27 total damage?
27 total damage is a phenomenal hit. As you slam this chromatic orb into it, it begins to burn away part of its fur, and it's going to roar in... Is that a hint of terror in its roar? It shies back, kind of swatting down at its arm, kind of shrugging away, trying to escape this surging pain. That's good. That's a good hit. All right, Vistra, it's your turn. What do you do?
I would like to rage.
All right, I would like it.
Yeah. And I will, cause what? It's 30 feet away from
30
us,
feet
or-
away from you, yeah.
Okay, so I can run, but I cannot escape after. Cool. All right, fine. I run up and I will take 2 whopping hits with my great axe.
Okay.
I'll attack recklessly.
I would like you to. If I survive, you're in trouble.
I know. That's the gamble.
That was worth every
Lord.
penny.
The first roll I did was a 4 and a 3, so does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
Shit. Okay, so the first one misses. Vistra, what is going on? All right, that makes up for that. That is a crit, baby.
Okay, so 1 miss and 1 crit.
Yep.
Okay, roll me 2d12
Cool.
plus strength and Raj.
Really? I rolled a 3 for the first one. That is poop. And then a 10. Okay, so we got 13 plus 7. Oh, I forgot about my stupid Great Weapons Master. It's too late to
Too late now.
declare that. I know, I keep forgetting about that. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. So that's going to be 20 points of damage, and I'm fucked.
20 points of damage. All right. You rush up, snarling, and slam your axe into it twice, spreading its blood onto the ground. This thing is very badly wounded. Very badly. Nearing death. Speaking of nearing death, behind you, Valen is going to clutch at her chest. She's trembling horribly from the damage, and as she raises her hand, she's going to aim at the creature. Not like this. Maybe like this, actually. Ooh, wait, hold on. Is that a hit? Is that a hit? I don't think that's a hit. That is a hit.
Woo.
Wait, is it a hit? Hold on. That is a miss. Damn, it's a miss by 1. Sorry, I still have the Yeti stats up. I'm like, oh, it is a hit on a Yeti. Wait,
Determination!
she doesn't have any. She's an NPC. She don't got it.
Yeah.
So she is going to try Vampiric Touch. That is going to fail, which is unfortunate because that sucks a spell slot out of her. And you'll see a spectral hand reach out, and the Yeti is going to actually smash it out of the air, shattering it like ice. Cat, it is your turn. Make me a con save.
That's gonna be a 22.
Okay, this effect has ended on you, but that's your turn. You are going to snap to after being paralyzed with this thing roaring, looking directly at you. Callie, it's your turn. What do you do? Its fetid breath is hot in your face.
I am going to... So if I use my full action to do, like, the acrobatic-y, dodgy dodge away so I don't get an opportunity attacked, can I then still do a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that in bonus action.
You're
Healing
talking...
word on Valen.
Okay, sounds good. You're talking off mic, though, just so you know.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's okay. All right, so, dancing back out of its grasp, it's going to snarl and try to snatch at you. And is not going to be able to as you dance away. That's going to take your movement to move 20 feet away. And what do you use? What do you get her with?
Healing word, so that is 8 points.
Nice. All right, she's back up to half health now. It's great. Thank you. And at this, the Yeti is going to snarl, look at Vistra, who is charging in to the side, and is going to look at you with his malevolence. It recognizes you. It smells your scent, Vistra. You lock eyes with it. I need a con save off of you.
Okay. Natural 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
My Lindorm blood curse dice are awesome. Not
Cool.
sponsored.
All right. So let's just do it this way. Okay. So Vistra, you are going to take from the first slash that's coming your way. That is going to be 14 points of slashing damage. Which I'm just gonna give you all the damage because it's gonna reduce anyway because it's because that in cold.
They're all I'm halving
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
So that is going to be 4, 6. One moment. 6. Okay, so that is going to be 12 points of damage from the first hit.
Okay.
The second is going to be 11
Okay.
after minuses as it begins to tear into your chest, raking its claws down the side. Those were hell of a hits, and you don't think it would have been able to do that without your reckless attack, actually. It's shying away from you as it's roaring and clawing because of Lysithian's attack, you think. Speaking of Lysithian's attack.
Cool. I'm going to Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Just
Make me-
at second level.
Do it.
So that's 3 rays. Beep, beep, beep. Boop. It's going to be 15 to hit on the first one.
That is a hit.
Cool. Nope, that's only going to be 9 on the second one. My dice
All right,
choose
first one's
tonight,
going to be a hit.
apparently. And that's going to be 12 to hit on the third one.
That's a miss.
But I will take... You know what? I'll take the first one as a win.
Okay. Roll me damage.
All right, it's gonna be 11 damage.
11 damage. All right. The Yeti roars as the fire strikes into it. And how do you do this?
Hell yeah! I will summon my 3 motes of fire, and while 2 miss, I will use those as a distraction to launch the last one and just sort of carve it up the front of his body and just sort of scorching him and have it just sort of implode in his face.
He will the head will just off of the top of his scalp, off the top of his head, that makes sense, off the top of his neck, bursting like a ripe grape. The body will sag to its knees, and Vistra, you're going to be covered in the blood directly in front of you of this creature as it collapses to the ground next to you.
See they oral? Come at me. Each.
The wind
Well-
begins to howl around you again.
Maybe not right this second.
How about you don't antagonize her?
More than she already is.
Yes, exactly. You started it, she will definitely finish it.
Let's just make it to the boat.
That was good.
Well, at least we got rid of that thing now. now instead of later.
True.
There might be more.
I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds on myself.
Yeah, Calli's gonna do the same.
Vistra, do you still have your head? I can barely hear you.
Eh? Yeah, I'm here. If we're gonna are we gonna stop for a bit and take a rest, or are we gonna keep pushing on?
I say we keep going. We can rest in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with you picking fights with Oral and her statues like that.
I don't. Me?
Yes, you're afraid of dragons. That's a very sensible thing to be, Vistra. That's fine. I'm not too fond of them either.
Let's go. She knows we're here. How's everyone feeling?
Pretty banged up, but not horrible.
I'm only half dead. Does that make me an optimist or a pessimist?
Bit of both.
Realist.
Callie, are you alright?
That hurt.
That looked pretty rough getting ripped out of that wild shape.
Yeah, that was.
That hurt a lot.
Okay.
Do you need a heal? Valen, do you need another heal?
Yes.
I'm banged up, but so essentially, Callie is about 9 points short of full.
Oh,
So
okay.
not too bad. She's not got great health, but it's not horrible.
Valen's a wizard and is 35 points short of full.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Valen and hit her with a Cure Wounds.
See, I'm that, but I'm a barbarian, Kelly.
She's gonna take 8, 9, 10, 11.
Thank you. That's a good start.
It's better than nothing.
I'll be
At
fine.
least,
Once we continue, maybe we'll rest before we go toward any boat.
Yeah.
Once we see it, we can stop.
yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to cast the dome once we're around that area in a quieter place?
I think that would be ideal. We might wish to wait there until Oral does her next rounds.
Sure. I think that's for the best.
Yeah.
I can camouflage it to the best of my ability.
Can also cast the hut if needed.
I can do it. No worries. You need your rest.
The trembling is worse than before now. She notices that you notice, and bites her lip so hard you're afraid that little beads of blood will begin to drip down her mouth. And it goes down to a soft tremble. Let's keep going.
Yep.
As you continue onward, you will eventually make your way toward the shore. The chill sound of the wind rushes around you. You make your way toward the cliff face. And as you do, can I get a perception roll off of everyone except Vistra, because Vistra will actually see this in advance?
18.
Okay.
14.
16.
Okay. 19 for Valen. All right. You will all see, half buried on the edge of a bluff, overlooking the mast of a crashed ship, is a humanoid corpse, clad in cold weather clothing. Clutched in one hand is an orb made of smoky gray quartz. As you notice it, though, a white weasel bursts from the snow near the corpse and stares at you with beady eyes. A voice rings out, "Ye gods! I was afraid no one would find us. The sound comes not from the weasel, but from the orb. Professor Skant, I presume? Valen begins to chuckle at her own joke. You found
Yeah, that's interesting.
the first step to the ancient city. Where this leads, we'll find out next time on Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Callie
All right.
will do like a little dance. Partially excitement, partially to try and warm up a bit.
That sounds good.
Because she's not a polar bear anymore.
All right, you're not a polar bear.
This is true. You are not a polar bear anymore. All right. So, hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I really hope you had a good time. Let me kill some of the wind. There we go. All right, so thank you so much for tuning in to Rime of the Frostmaiden. So, if you like what we do, give us a follow or a sub, and we really appreciate it because, like, seriously, look, we do this for us, but we also do this for you, and it's great to have you here. We love seeing you in the chat, even though we're mostly focused on the role-playing for you. If you like what we do, though, tomorrow night we are doing Candlekeep Mysteries, where I am actually a player. I am playing a halfling tomorrow night that is based on Shaggy Rogers from Scooby-Doo.
Oh my.
And my outfit's gonna be
God.
so good. It's gonna be so good. He's a monk, and he's ultra interesting Shaggy. It's gonna be great.
Fuck yeah, man.
Is Charlie your
ridiculous.
Scooby? Is Charlie your Scooby? Is the question.
Charlie, no, there's no Scooby. So I'm playing him as a haunted one. So he was with a mystery machine group, and they all got killed. So he is the survivor. But he has cooking tools. Like, come on, Scoob, we've got to get out of here so I can use my flurry of blows. Like, zoinks! There we go.
Oh my god, I have to watch. Okay,
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
definitely have to.
And then on Wednesday we have the Shards of Dern with our 2 special guest stars, which are Robin and our buddy Chris Blogg. It's gonna be great. So quick update though. So we are going to be taking a brief break this week. So there is going to be no game starting on Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I believe that we are taking Easter Monday off from this game, right, guys?
Yeah, I think that's what we landed on.
Yeah, because Rime of the Frostmaiden will be back in 2 weeks because we're taking the holiday off. Because we need it occasionally. But we will be back next Tuesday for a very special game of Candlekeep Mysteries that I am running not for myself, but also for Robin and Christine and Amy and Hayden and Hayden's special friend,
Bye.
Alejandro Saab.
Yeah.
So Kaggy Films is gonna be here. Come watch, it's gonna be fun. Oh, I need to find out what he's playing.
Kegmaster. We are going to be talking about it tomorrow night.
Oh, good. Yeah, send me his character's name as soon as possible so I can Photoshop it into the frames.
Yeah, we're going to be building his character tomorrow night for date night. That is our plan.
Yay!
Oh, what a great
Yeah, are we
date.
gonna talk about character building for that episode? Because I have not started planning at all for that. Because
build-
I'm
I'm
not
playing a monk.
Build
Just
a
don't be
level
monk.
3 character.
level 3. Okay, cool.
Amy is playing Luella von Zarovich, Strahd's
Fucking
stepdaughter.
Yep. So Warlock. Okay.
Um,
I have not
Christina.
decided. I'm going to be doing it over the weekend away. I'm probably going to do an elf because I've got that cool black wig and I've got elf ears. So
Yeah.
DM Mike, I'm hoping to cook a ghost. That's gonna be
Oh,
so
I
good.
think I know what
Like,
I'm gonna do.
gonna swallow this guy whole.
but
I'm
I'm
gonna
definitely
play a class I've
thinking.
been wanting to play.
Which is what?
I might have to create some improv song.
Yeah, do it.
I might bard it up.
If you play a dwarven bard, I will definitely play Tymir Redruck in a bit. My slam poet bard. So hey, folks, it's great to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time with us, and you check out our other games because we do a lot of great stuff here, and we'd love to have you there too.
Come back tomorrow night. There'll be more. And
back.
Wednesday night.
Goodbye, my darlings.
All right, goodbye,
We've
everybody.
got D&D 3 nights a week
So much D&D.
Me too.
in a row.
All right, good night, everybody.
Goodbye.